So, everything looks good on my end. I don't have a webisode on the stream, on the page.
We can hear you on stream.
Yeah, we can. Fucking hell. It's almost like things want to work. Hey, look at that.
Yay!
So, to recap you. You entered the town of Ivory Sands at the behest of Priscilla, who suggested through message to Nivara to come here, have a meet, get some things done, get some catching up, as the circus was currently in town and passing by. You guys did so, met up. Priscilla mentioned about, to not only to you guys, but to Kevin as well, about the potentiality of this unusual, strange game maker that's in town, apparently bestowing boons upon those that can win their games. Interested at least, you all decided to take part. Obviously Priscilla had to find this person to see if it was even a thing, and with the help of Nivara, who was able to do so with about an hour, I want to say, all in. And then bring in the rest of the party. You find your way into the residential district where you meet with this game maker. Explains that the games are unusual, and I believe someone did a detect. I know you did your iPop thing, Ben, and that resulted in a couple of more obvious things, but nothing unusual. But I do believe, I can't remember who it was, but I know someone did eventually detect an unusual energy coming from the game maker, which led to an infernal path. Not infernal, fiendish, sorry. I need to say. But the game maker took you to a realm in which for you to complete these games. The first, relatively straightforward for those with the know, as you guys played a game of detecting whether you succumb to survivor's bias or not. Fixing up the soldiers of a hypothetical army in Sora, or hypothetical to at least you guys. And then, in a test, you had to fight these soldiers to see how much better they were with or without the new upgrades you bestowed upon them, returning from a great battle, ready to enter a new. And to be fair, you guys did so with amazing preciseness. You actually tore them apart, these three soldiers. And considering that they were meant to be extremely tough, it shows that with good coordination and a solid use of economy, it can be done well. But the same balance could not be made with the second game, in which it was a moral test and a test of loyalty to each other, where in which you had to make a set of scales balance. Balance in which your lives were the weights and counterweights. Blades were offered to you and basins for discarding, and had to ensure that everything evened up. You took turns to points of drain. Mr. Blades, yes, many Mr. Blades, in fact, Ben.
Excellent.
You were Blade for a moment. All of you were. Except Nivara, who was obviously Mrs. Blades. And Priscilla. But you know, you took turns in relieving yourselves of some essences to the troughs below, and then when you got closer to it, you were actually able to, quite creatively, use some healing magic from Vlad and another person. I think it was Josiah. I think you healed with one of your people to be able to bring the balance up, as the intention was to only ever bring the scales down. But it did work in the opposite manner. That was starting to show the sinister side of the games, in which you have been given rewards, but you have yet to receive them, because obviously they're being held when the game is. But the third part is where it's interesting, because once again, you've each got to make hard choices in and amongst yourselves, in which only 7 players have been instructed that they can win. They will be given a prize, a boon, that can be granted, but needs to be negotiated. Obviously, it's more or less to ensure that it's nothing too strong and something that the game maker can't handle or is unwilling to bestow. But for the 4 losers, they can't be here to bear witness, to take part. They must lose, and in a deadly set of games, there is only one way to truly lose. Blade was given, or at least was held out, I don't think. I know I said he was offering it towards Barnet because he was the closest person, but it's not been given to Barnet, I will say. But a blade has been offered, a long sword. It should be used between the lot of you to decide who is going to be the true winners. I know last session we ended where some discussions had already begun, but we didn't have enough time to really flesh that out. And you've had 2 weeks now. Truly think about what your characters will and will not do for you. I know some have already offered themselves up to make the great sacrifice that must be made, but as I leave it now to the rest of you guys, it's to start speaking on this.
I'm still happy to sacrifice myself. It's not a problem.
I mean, I'm not happy to, but I'm doing it. Is Barnet still holding the sword? Is Barnet ready to start swinging?
It was held out towards Barnet, but Barnet never said he took it. So it's still in the game maker's hands, but it's being held out essentially. So if you wanted to make a grab for it, you could.
Josiah's going to go for the blade.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. Blade.
I'll just move you over. You just take a step forward and you take the blade off the game maker, and obviously he retracts his hand, and you have a magical longsword of some descript.
To Nivara.
Sorry?
It looks to Nivara.
Nivara nods towards Barnet.
Cold. Okay, he strikes Barnet.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, okay.
Okay! Thank you, Finn, for the sub bud. I love you, dude. Mwah! So, well, the question is, Barney, do you allow this to happen? Because if you do, we'll essentially forego the potential PvP. I'm just asking first.
I'll allow it to happen, yeah.
Okay. So, because basically, there's no need to roll to hit, no need to roll damage, because you're allowing it. If you were going to try and, be like, no, fuck that, then it's PvP. And I'm assuming you're going for the kill.
Yeah, he aims for the neck and just goes, sorry, Barnet. There's no one on the sidelines these days. And, yeah.
And being as light on the details as I can in such an obviously gruesome moment, it's real. For Barnet, it is quick, but very painful in that very few moments that feel like an eternity. And all of you see the neck gouged open, the head kind of tilts to the side, and as the heart beats its last few, the splurts and the blood, it's real.
I scream. That was a wisdom save. And it was a 4.
I'll allow you to do that. That's fine. I appreciate that. But no, for all intents and purposes, it doesn't look fake as Barnet's body collapses to the floor and remains there. Doesn't disappear. There's no fancy he's bamfed out or anything. He's dead.
Yeah, boy.
If this is illusion. Baron's next.
Wait, please. Just tell me it won't hurt. Will you give me your word?
I do.
No. Oh.
I'll make it as quick as possible. I'll make it as quick as possible.
Sign the deal in blood then, sir.
Yep. Aims for the neck.
And again, I'll allow people's own headcanons to bring up their own gory details, but Kennedy, again, for a few, it takes only but 3 or 4 seconds for consciousness to truly go black, but that time does not feel like 3 or 4 seconds.
Nope.
Feels like 3 or 4 minutes, going on hours.
I'm going down ugly.
I'm gonna step back. Just in case anyone gets any funny ideas.
And for those with a bit more perception, you'll watch the game maker's grin just growing. Just like this elation as this is happening in front of him. And Priscilla is mortified. She's kind of
embarrassed. This is.
She's stunned at Like, almost as in, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, seeing it happen, but yeah.
Lad,
I'll just nod.
I am sorry. And he goes to the neck.
This is brutal
I'll take it like a champ.
efficiency
I'm
that
quite happy.
Josiah has chosen. Or at least there is no quarter made for Barnett, for Kennedy, for Vlad, as the three of them, one by one, dropped.
Oh, fuck.
Last but not least, Niles.
Again, I will happily give anybody the chance to fight this. Like, so I'm just saying, mate, if Niles does want to not die, I am giving you the option.
Yeah, he suddenly looks not quite as sure as he was when he first stepped forward. But I will say, like, I'm still gambling on the wording. I hope I'm right.
Me too. Don't want to be like him. And he'll then slash down.
Who is the him that are you like referring to, like someone here? Or?
Who's he going to refer? Who's he referring to? Jacob. How similar is this?
I thought you meant the game maker then. No, that makes more sense. Yes, I should have realized.
How similar is this situation?
Oh shit, you're right. Oh fuck yeah, it's bang on actually.
Yeah.
I'll take credit. I meant it. Don't worry. I meant it. I definitely meant it. What do you mean?
I think I got co-writing credits for this one, buddy. You can't, yeah.
No, I did one of them things, you know, when you do something, and then it's like,
Yeah.
you didn't realise how similar this is. Like, oh yeah, I meant that. Do you fight
And
Niles?
splashes.
No, I let it happen. Here's a question. If I'm dead, does the changeling thing do its thing?
As in, like, do you revert to your true form?
Yep.
I do believe so. Yes.
Okay.
I would be under the assumption the way a changeling works, in my understanding, and whether that's correct to the canon or the books or whatever, I don't know, is being like a changeling is like being a chameleon in terms of it's a muscle to be able to change, and when you die, your muscle relaxes, so you revert to your default settings. Do you know what I mean? Your true form, because it's almost like a heart muscle where you're not feeling like strained to change your form, but it's still a muscle that's doing all of the work. So as far as I would be aware, and obviously if anyone wants to counter that argument, feel free, because it's a weird territory, I would say you would revert.
Yeah. There's a dead changeling on the floor.
Yeah, so obviously as Niles' form reverts, do you want to give Table a little bit of an idea? Because obviously I don't know, you've never told me, but do you want to tell us what you believe Niles would
vague
be in
idea.
the true form?
Kind of very short, white hair, like the pure white skin, large black eyes, but then everything else is very much featureless, like a really small nose.
Okay.
Barely a mouth.
I'm almost thinking like a droner from Witcher, like in terms, but not blue skin, where they've got like no lips, no nose, no ears, like it's all like Voldemort.
Sounds more alien-esque.
It's full doppelganger, really, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I see it. I just wanted to get a bit of visual clarification. That's all. No, I like it. The game maker. Well, I certainly was expecting more of a deliberation. Seems, my friend, gesturing to you, Josiah, you are relatively a headstrong man, and one that is clearly about this situation arising and whom it is you would save in the moment.
You see, for a second, his composure wanes as he sort of rests upon the bloody sword, like using it as a stick for a second.
Yeah.
Captain needs to steer the course. It's the right one.
What say you? Gesturing towards Naivara. You believe his choices were adequate?
They were logical.
How
They,
so?
well, as my friends mentioned, we are needed for something bigger. And also, Priscilla is our closest ally. It made sense.
And you do not believe that these four had their own things they were needed for? Again,
I would agree
and
with-
all the while he's speaking, it's like an unearthly like grin. Like it's white. Like think of the Smile film. Like it's like that type of grin. Fucking demented.
Yeah, Naya's face is like blank mass kind of deal, and she just goes, I would do anything to succeed. Even.
But you are all the victors in this rather anticlimactic end, I will say, what I was expecting and what I have witnessed bear before me before. But a victory nevertheless. So, as I mentioned, you are all to receive negotiations with myself, some boons to be distributed. But there is only one small twist to this. I'm sure, as you were all expecting things never to be so straightforward. The boons are not for yourselves. No. But they will be bestowed on those that willingly gave their lives. Liam. The ones that so willing to die, surely they deserve their rewards. No?
Naya clears her throat as he begins to speak and goes, that is directly against the contract that was made. You said that the boons will be given to the victors.
To be negotiated.
Have you
I never
gotten-
said the boons were to be given to yourselves. I said you would negotiate with me of a boon or a reward.
For the victors.
Correct, my dear. Incorrect. But, are you ready to hand me that blade back, Master Josiah?
Flicks the blood off it, hands it over.
And, like, what's the pact of the blade? He bamps the blade away, the pact weapon. Like, almost like that. But, the problem is, a boon is only valuable to someone who is willing to make use of it. So, shall we bring your friends back? I am disappointed again, but surprised. There's always something you mortals will always bring. Surprise. Start with Barnet. And I will say this is for all of those that died. It was real. You were killed. And I'm going to allow different headcanons to a point of what you may have seen or bore witness to in the moments after. Because obviously, Fey folk, changelings, mortal folk, it's all going to be extremely different. And obviously, you all know your characters best. But Barnet, for a moment, you really, really did die. It was painful and bloody. But you know what's also interesting? You
What?
have memories lying on the floor, hearing every word that was said while you... So basically, it's not meta-knowledge. Your character has memories as if you were laying on the floor catatonic, hearing these three talking above you, but but you legitimately were dead. You felt every second of it. And then obviously there was a nothingness. The Baron. And then Vlad.
No!
I was in Slune's arms.
You were.
On my life.
For a moment, you were just at the entranceway, and the doorstep light, the porch light lit as Salune just shouted, "I'm coming, just a moment." And then just as the door opens, you are thrown back into reality, Vlad.
You see the proper terror in my face as I was just about to be embraced, and I'm like, "This is why me? Why come back?" And I start crying on the floor.
I just wake up with a, "Oh, I love it when I'm right," and then I see my hands and go, "Oh, fuck."
Oh yeah, no, you are blood. Like the blood that was excruciated from your bodies is still there. Your clothes, and if clothes were cut or damaged in any such way, they are still damaged and broken and dirtied from yourselves. That is all real. But essentially, you have been reborn, revived, however you wish to explain it. Thank God some of you don't have a special on-rebirth abilities. You change like race or some shit. Niles, you don't realize it in the moment because it's something you probably didn't consider. But you can, in a very short moment, notice and change. But at the moment, you are in your true form. You stand up and you haven't quite realized because your body reverted from relaxing. You stand up true. Obviously, a few seconds later, you'll probably notice and go, "Oh shit!" But just a point.
Panic and shape change back to Niles. Yeah.
The games are board requests for a number of things, and it is going to be the plan to see whom is valued and whom is not amongst your compatriots, your comrades, your friends. Sure, those who lay on the floor would have questions of their own. So, no? Oh no, someone ruined your pants, Baron. It definitely wasn't you. I will give you a moment if you wish to walk amongst your friends.
I look straight to Priscilla. Like I've probably been saying this while the game master was talking.
I know, Priscilla's got kind of got your hand clasped at this point.
I'm saying out loud, you were supposed to. You were beautiful.
Sorry, Ken. I didn't realize it was going to be all so real. Didn't know exactly what to say, and then things happened so quickly, I didn't know.
Insight check.
Roll it. Damn, that's a fucking roll. Holy shit.
It's a fucking insight skill.
It's almost like he's built for this. Priscilla always talks with like an earnest and genuine, like the way I'd describe it is almost like that southern comfort charm. Do you know what I mean? Like you'd hear from like the Sweet Belle in the south of Louisiana or something. But there's always that, and then whether Ken's ever noticed it or not, but there's always more than meets the eye with Priscilla, and that's always been the case. She's always scheming. She's always a clever girl. And you kind of get that just, you know, maybe she let it happen. Maybe she knew Josiah was going to do it and let it. You don't know. But you just kind of get that just seed of doubt.
Yep.
She's a velociraptor. Well, funny enough, I've just heard the fucking Jurassic theme park on Britain's Got Talent down at the other end of my living room. It's a fucking timing. But yeah, no, whether you want to exploit it now, but yeah, you just get that doubt in the back of your mind. You kind of almost
a word.
You kind of almost feel like maybe she knew what Josiah was up to. Maybe she knew more about this. You know, who knows? Does Vlad, Barney, or Niles have anything to say? Or hell, even Nivar and Josiah, to be fair, now.
I'd be on the floor in tears. Literally, like I was in an arm's reach of my goddess, and she was taken away from me by someone, and that's upset me.
I think you just see the relief fill Josiah's face.
You realise you haven't just made the biggest mistake of your life so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can imagine you quite stoic, but like in and of yourself, I can almost imagine that the mental fist declench, like, oh fucking hell, yeah, I can.
I think he just gives a long breathe out and like the body posture changes.
Now, the four of you, gesturing to those, you all heard our conversation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good. I believe it's time to see what you may have heard. But it is not for me to decide, nor yourselves. Do you three have quests?
Who's this to?
So essentially, because remember, the boons, like you three, are to negotiate boons that can be blessed, but he was never said who the boons were going to, and it's obviously they're being given to the four that basically made the ultimate sacrifice. It's a way of being like, you know what, you guys took the selfless route for your comrades, and not that you are, but this is the logic. Let the selfish people who stayed alive pick your reward. Do you know what I mean? Not that is what you guys did. I'm just saying that's kind of how it's meant to look.
That's how he's rigged the game.
Yes, it's meant to make so doubt of who are your friends really. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of meant to put that, well, you didn't die for me and you killed me. Do you know what I mean? And not that that's how it's meant to be put against you guys.
I think Priscilla should choose Baron.
Definitely think I could come up with something. Yeah, I can just give me a moment to think things over. Obviously, I don't want to intrude and think of too many things for your friends, for our friends, for Onyx, Vlad, and ours.
I think Daya's trying to cook something up. She's been
No, I can almost imagine Naya's checking the VOD from 2 weeks ago to double check my words.
No.
She's scrolling the feed.
Rose is fine with it. Naya obviously is a little.
Because you was hoping to get like something to help you in your quest, and it's been snatched away. And
so you do see, Naya has been watching.
But the thing is, Rose, that's exactly how you're meant to. And
yeah, that's fine.
Happier.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
You notice Naya has been just kind of watching, not like angrily, but almost like the game maker.
Fair enough.
And with one eye on Priscilla, but she's kind of in front of it. And Naya just goes, I have a suggestion, if people are willing to hear it.
Go on.
Certainly.
I think most I've killed and the rest have died. So, for the cause, so I guess, yes.
Something to keep people out of your head, or something to beat poison. Those would be my suggestions.
Those are certainly things that I can facilitate, if that is desire.
Well, my other suggestion I think you might find in poor taste.
Go on.
Oh, just a way to deal with the devil. Plus, like multiple devils, but like I said, poor taste. I just know what we plan to do, so those would support my friends.
And kind of as you finish this, Priscilla does kind of look at Ken. Got an idea for what you should receive yourself, Ken. And
I nod very slowly, very well aware of the fact that my neck is still, like, slightly open.
Oh no, the wounds are
It feels
gone.
that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you'll definitely probably feel that way. The wounds are gone, but the blood that left your body
Probably
is there.
wet
So
with blood,
it's
yeah.
wet to the touch, and almost as if you are gaping wounded, but it's completely gone.
Yep, that's gross.
Ken is a very skilled man, and the only thing I've ever seen him struggle with, and not that there is one or trying, is when we've been with y'all and ended up in some perilous situations, and I think you could deserve your benefit for some more. Well, what was it? Dwarven courage, I believe we used to call it when we used to get like a bottle of whiskey or something and get shots before a big show. Keep your nerves on a level and things.
I still have 3 bottles tucked away in my trailer.
So I was thinking maybe some innate way to banish that and maybe not rely so much on the bottle and keep your skills in check. Essentially, what she's asking for, and the way the game maker is going to rig it for you, is going to give you the ability to, without any components, cast heroism on yourself 4 times a day. Recharges at dawn.
Oh! Adding to the character sheet.
You can't upcast it, so it is only level 1.
No, it's fine. Just level 1 heroics. That is
4
fine.
times a day you can cast heroism on yourself, and essentially the logic behind it is it's not necessarily the temporary HP, but it's more the banishment of the fear and give you that real proper fuck yeah, I got this. And the game maker will smile, and upon hearing this request, it can be done relatively easily. I see the perfect placement for it, in fact.
Placement?
You'll feel a burning on the center of your chest, Kennedy. Burning, throbbing, needle-like pain.
Okay, this time I managed not to scream, maybe.
It's not like agonizingly painful, but it is like decently painful. I'd say out of 10, it's like a solid 5. Do you check?
Yeah, that hurts.
Do you check at all? Your chest?
Not immediately.
Okay, we'll leave it there then. The party's gonna cure Big Kev's alcoholism? Oh, that's one of them. I mean, it won't stop him drinking, but he'll definitely not need to for the courage now, per se. But essentially, what I will say for you, Joel, what Kev will have when he eventually checks is a branded, like, tattoo that has now been placed in the center of his chest. And it is a non-atomically correct heart, so it's like the more like heart.
Yes.
With a crown of barbs wrapping around the center and 2 wings that then spread out right to the edges of your pecs. To symbolize the heroism spell. And essentially, your ability to cast heroism is in that tattoo. It's a magical tattoo.
Yes. To the spell itself as well, just checking, because it's temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting mod. Is that going to be charisma? Yeah, thank you.
No, I'm not going to screw you over like that. No, it's your charisma mod.
I mean, intelligence and wisdom are okay, but yeah.
No, I'll be fair. I'll tailor it to the class to not be mean.
Cheers.
But be careful with how often you use that new ability, Circus Man, because sometimes fear is not fear something is often regarded in many circles as foolishness. Be careful.
Well, I'm certainly a professional in foolishness.
Well, maybe I can see to some of your talent and then play my games also. In due time. In due time. We have to finish this one first.
Desire. What level basically can Niles cast spells up to?
Matt?
Level. I'm a level 7
Oh.
on wizard, so
Fourth
yeah,
level.
4.
Ben would suggest to Desire because Ben knows the mechanics. Desire doesn't.
Yep.
Intellect Fortress for Niles.
So
to learn the spell.
so essentially you would ask for a spell to be given to Niles that could be used to, you know, protect people's minds and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that yeah, it can be worded in that such a way easily enough.
It is a high level spell.
I'm just
free, isn't it?
Just pulling it up.
It's free, 3rd level.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. 3rd level. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah, I don't remember it being a super high level. It's definitely solid, but it's not super high. Find it. It might. Is it in Xanathar's or something?
Ashes.
It's Xanathar.
That's-
Ashes.
I was to say I only got my PHP open. Sec.
Just type it in.
I've just googled it. I've done all that. You know what? It's fair. A hand will be waved over, and a throbbing headache will overcome you, Niles, for a moment, bordering on migraines. As just a wave of new knowledge and abilities and ideas just washes over you. And after you recover from the pain, and you notice just ever so slightly, just your nose just prickles with a tiny bit of blood. No damage roll, so you're okay in that sense. But you do feel like, you don't have it prepared, obviously, but you do feel like you could gain access to a new spell by the name of Intellect Force.
Cool.
Which obviously in your next short rest, you could very much switch it in.
Mm-hmm.
What about your holy friend? Sure, there are a number of things a man of his abilities could benefit with.
Tonight we also got the rabbit as well.
I was going to mention him last, given the problems I have at the moment. But I will explain once we deal with your other friend.
Oh, so they all get something?
Yes. You
oh,
three.
I thought you said free. Okay.
No. You three have the ability to negotiate and dictate what they receive.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, because it's an uneven group number, that's why it's a bit weird. Oh, thank you, Carl. I didn't see.
Oh, I was going to say an opportunity for like commune, like one question a week free with Zelino, but if Vlad's already DM'd.
Well, I was going to suggest something as well for Vlad.
Oh my god.
We're just waiting for Danny to...
Yeah, no, it's fine. You can more welcome to carry on.
I mean, the thing I was going to suggest is whether we can debate it, whether like we have a map or not. If Vlad gets a knowledge of all the sea elves region or round or something like that, because he wants to find them.
What does Vlad want? Maybe we ask them what they would like, because we are negotiating, but it doesn't mean that they can't.
While you all have the final say, I am more than willing to allow you to discuss with the recipients to have their choices catered.
What?
At this moment in time, you just notice Vlad's just uncontrollably crying in tears and just out of it.
Get yourself together, man.
He ignores, just carries on in his own little pool of tears.
Priscilla will kind of nudge Ken to, like, and kind of head Bob towards Vlad. Dude, Okay, Muslim.
Oh, yes, well, I suppose all's well that ends well.
That is the
And that's what
best.
you can
The
have
best.
me.
You kind of awkwardly pats him on the back. Fucking hell.
Oh well, that's all right, no problem.
I could certainly provide, though, if he was to receive information about the surviving clansmen of his ilk. Oh, obviously, this is looking at you, Jozo, because you was the one that mentioned it. Big.
I mean, I don't know really. Like,
Oh, I think that's quite a nice idea, though, because I know Vlad has always been asking about where people come from, and it'd be nice for him to visit once everything's pulled off.
I guess you decided to just turn back to look at Naivara for any.
As you do, you just see she is still like glancing back at the gamekeeper, but just like watching Vlad crying on the floor a little bit, and yeah, just a bit kind of surprised at the emotional outburst. Whatever. If he wants it, he wants it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Meh.
Glad we got to move on. It's your chance to speak, or we got to move on, bud.
Stand up. She was there in front of me. Why? Why take me back? I'll just turn around and face away.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
And as you turn away, a small plinth is in front of you, made of black wrought iron. A set of scrolls placed on top of it, Vlad, tied together with a leathery red string. Easily what you are going to be wanting to look in your own time, once you have recovered from your ordeal. So in front of you, Vlad, you have a set of 4 scrolls, which obviously you don't have to look at now, but you are willing to take them. More than welcome to.
I'll pick him up and just look towards him, and then look back at the scrolls while I'm holding them.
And if you do choose to open them, you will essentially find a set of sea charts and maps and directional indicators towards certain points outside of the archipelago. I'll show you on the world map in a moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
As for this one, you kind of watch as he's kind of turned towards Barnet almost. Whom do you know by the name of Grace?
Oh, Grace.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know her, yeah. Do you know her?
Because since this game has been underway, I have been bombarded with a number of messages and verbal accostings from this lady creature thing.
Oh.
Despite my realm being almost impenetrable, he's present. Distracting.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she'll do that.
What is she?
She's a hag.
A hag. They should beneath. He's kind of muttering to himself a tiny bit. They should be beneath my. This is no.
Oh.
Nevertheless, And you'll notice as he's talking, you can almost, all of you can kind of see. Imagine trying to talk when you've got someone, like when you're wearing a pair of headphones, when someone's screaming down the earphones, and you're trying to talk to someone that's not in the headphones. Do we have a boon for this boy?
He wants to make deals. He wants to be better at that.
Yeah.
Maybe something around charisma. Maybe him being a little more healing, or
Deals. The Haragon wishes to become a bargain.
Mm-hmm.
I could offer you such a proposition, but it would require a bit more involvement than the other compatriots here.
Oh.
Walks over and kind of like squats ever so slightly to like be about your height, because he's about 6 footish. Would take you on as a recruit, and I could be one to bear a pact with yourself if you would be willing to make bond. Similar to your friend there and there. Gestures to Nivara behind you and someone in the group to the other side, because that's where everyone else is.
Yeah.
Now we'll grant you the ability to make deals that are binding through your work.
That sounds like fun.
Essentially,
Yeah.
I will say, if you agree to this, you are locking your next level up into Warlock. Pact of the Fiend.
Do we have a 13?
Oh.
I'm just going to point that out, because mechanically you would have to have multi-class, because essentially you're being offered a Warlock's Pact. And you would have to take it as Pact of the Fiend, because he's a fiendish entity. And basically, he's offering to you to funnel his power through you, so when you make deals with people, they are essentially magically backed up. Again, they won't be super strong, but they'll be stronger than what was being discussed with your friends before. But
Yeah.
not to silly degrees, obviously.
Game Master, you realise that will conflict with Old Grace.
I sense no deal between them, which is also the reason why I thought it peculiar that she was so aggressive. But I see no reason why it should conflict in these moments.
I'm not sure about that. Is there anything else you could offer me?
That is up to your friends. The only reason why I consulted you on it was because it would require a verbal confirmation from yourself. And not put you into a pact without.
Yeah.
I mean, can you make him better at talking without a deal?
I just heard the mention of making deals, which is...
I respect the game and all that. I understand.
I could
The
replace
irony is not lost on me in the slightest. A deal for making deals.
yeah. Like dealception. I could give him some charm and some wits about him. Make him more socially palatable.
On the audience, or do a 50-50?
Yeah, I was about to say, no. Where's Noel when you need him? But,
This isn't much of a bargain. This is just offering him a bath.
No. An augmentation of the body.
How about this? You give him the ability to maybe a couple of times each day, or given the ability to have a silver tongue, as it were, a sort of magical charisma enhancement.
Silver tongue
For those,
would very much work, but I had a very similar thing in mind because, take yourself as an example, Snivara. When you speak with someone in a social setting, what is the most important thing you focus upon when talking face to face with someone?
their face,
Eyes.
their body language.
Correct. The eyes. Pointing at Niles because I heard
Oh.
him. I can
Sound.
certainly replace them with enhancements in mind.
Hmm?
Does that sound agreeable?
On it.
That sounds good, yeah.
Alright then.
And in a blink of a moment, kind of lunges his hand out in like a breakneck speed, and like the middle finger, the index finger, and the thumb dig into your eyes, Barney, and it surprisingly doesn't hurt, but it's fucking uncomfortable. And then the left hand lurches out and grabs, so he's got essentially hold of both of your eyeballs, like inside the socket, and he yanks them out. And
Oh.
they snap, like the cords snap. And for a moment, Barnett, you are blind. Well, we won't need those anymore. And he pops it in his cheek, and then into the other cheek, and then in a short moment pops them, and then pulls out, and then places in like a small orb, puts them into. And again, Barney, in this, although it's grotesque feeling and that panic of no sight, you don't feel pain at all.
Huh?
You just feel gross.
But I'd imagine for people watching it is extremely visceral.
It's morbid curiosity. Like, I want to look away.
You
That's
can't
nice.
not, that's the
But she
problem.
can't. She has to watch.
It's like a
staring
car
with
crash.
her mouths open.
And like kind of as he
Exactly.
twists his hand, just like a small orb comes and then pushes it in the right eye or the left eye. And then kind of with his two thumbs, like he's got his fingers on the side of Barney's head, and then with his thumbs he digs them in and twists. And then Barney, your sight is restored instantly as the fingers come out, and all you see is just these like long nails just pulling away from your eyes like danger close. See perfectly fine. Your eyesight has not changed one iota as far as you can tell, and mechanically it hasn't. But your charisma goes up by 2 while you have these
Yay.
eyes. A vom check, fair enough. So while these eyes are in your head and working, you have +2 charisma. And once per day, when you make a persuasion or a deception check, you may add a D8 to the roll.
Ooh.
And what colour eyes was Barnett's before? You know? Had you considered it?
I think they're green, but not 100% sure. Hold on, it'll be on my
They're
picture.
red. White
Okay.
eyeballs, pupils are still black, but the actual iris is like the red on your token right there.
Mhm.
Your eye color has changed to red.
Oh.
Obviously, because of infernal nature and stuff. There's a color palette they have to follow, and there's strict rules to the fiendish code. Red is in. Red and black is always in. It kind of grabs you by the chin and kind of like looks at you eyes for a moment like, yes, oh nicely. Kind of stands up, and obviously Barnett, you can turn to look at the guys, and it's pretty obvious that it's not a subtle red, it's like a very vibrant, like almost slightly glowing red, but not quite.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Tears, just like, well done, well done.
I look upon the face of God. Oh, it's picked up some checks, I see.
Swell. It seems it is in order, and your dreadful grace has respited me from her demand. You'll have to pay her a visit, it would seem. But I am sure you all have words to be had with each other, but at least unless you want to go again. And you'll notice there is a hint of disappointment in his voice when he speaks, but still happy.
Just out of character, I want to say that we should all go again and make Dan come up with a bunch of new games.
It's like, again! Keep rude.
I was tempted.
I'll fucking do it. Rose, it took
me
10
I know,
minutes
you
to
remade.
I rewrote an entire fucking timeline in 10 minutes. I can make games, don't you worry.
I know.
I'll do it.
To be that douchebag backseat DM.
I'll do it. Don't tempt me. But
I think it is time that we go home. Game over.
I agree. I'm sure you would like to pick up your things the way out. The hand will wave, and you'll be returned to the same living room. I'll just put you back on the Ivory Sands outpost. Give me a moment. The only difference is you're in the same living room, and he's still sat in the same armchair, with the only caveat being there is now a small trunk that is now sat on the table, and there is also 7 sets of like what looks like candies, which is one for each of you. Your reward for your efforts in the armies of Notasora, in where I'm sure their armor cladding will come in much use in their upcoming battles. And here, yes.
Sorry, out of character. Have we just given them the ability to fight with that stuff?
Yes, you really did.
I need to talk to you after game. I'll talk to you after game.
No, Rose, just as now above the table thing, you really did empower the Multisoran army. What you did was real. It's actually, if you went to Multisora, like, you will then start to see new armor sets with the modifications you guys made. Obviously stylized to be practical and things. No, the money you were paid is actually Multisoran money. But
Intriguing.
your characters probably wouldn't know that, but I think it's a nice nod for you guys, considering 2 campaigns ago you were in Multisora. I thought you'd like to know that, because maybe some of your old PCs might be there benefiting. And these...
It's right next to Arndia.
Yeah. These are to be ministered. Do not take more than 1 each. There is only 1 for each of you. Boards for gambling with the life essences of each means to that luck is going for. I'll let you all discover what it is when you attain.
When are we meant to take it? When we are already damaged?
You can take it whenever. It will give you benefits in certain stages of future.
So we don't take it now then?
You can take it whenever you like. It's a permanent buff, essentially.
Yeah, that's what I was checking.
No. It's a
one.
permanent boon, but it's explicitly warned, don't take more than 1, because that's bad.
More than 1.
But there's only 1 for each. It's to stop, like, one of you grabbing 2 or something. You don't have to take them. You can sell them. You can give them to someone else. But they are yours. You can choose to take it. You can choose to not. That's up to you. Priscilla will take the 2 for her and Ken, and obviously give Ken his.
Yeah, I'll pick 1 up.
Yeah, I'll pick 1.
I'll take mine.
I'm assuming, unless anyone states otherwise, everyone takes their own.
Yeah.
So you can put like like Game Maker candy or something. I'll know what that means, and then as you take it, I can tell you what it. Do you have any other questions for me?
Didn't know about Loxana or Ziff, so I'm good.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not know all of the people to know. What? And please, close the door on your way out. I believe I will be expecting more guests soon. Thank you for the reservation. Kind of gestures with his hand to the door.
Because the trunk isn't there as well?
Oh yeah, the trunk is for you guys to take. It has inside, I don't believe I told you, but let me just double check. Because you got the best outcome, it is 4,000 gold pieces, and it is going to be 2,000 of it is in platinum, 2,000 of it is in gold, obviously for weight and carrying. So there are 200 platinum pieces and 2,000 gold pieces.
Why don't you help me get this back to the ship? He sort of picks up one handle and...
I'm assuming someone helps. I'm assuming someone helps, yeah.
I won't put it in the party fund just yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
I assume that some people
unless
want
anyone specifically says, I assume you all get funneled outside. And Priscilla will kind of turn to you guys and just say, that was a lot more dangerous than I ever expected it to be. I hope none of y'all are too put out by it.
A little intense.
Yeah. I thought it would be a bit more like the first game. I didn't expect it to get so quick.
First game?
The one with the soldiers.
Oh.
I thought it would all be like that. I didn't expect it to go so, you know.
Please learn a lesson, Priscilla. This games with the devil are not things to be trifled with.
Yes, I think I understand that now. Are you okay, Vlad, now? Vladimir?
Still tearful, but he's just quite really quiet, just nods and turns back.
Didn't look pleasant, I'm sure. Good night's rest and maybe have a look at those things you were given. Might help take your mind off things. And I will say, this is probably semi-walk and talk, because obviously you've got to transport the chest back to your ship at least.
Just as a side note, I was conspicuously and observably the last one out of the room.
Okay. Any particular reason, or just... like, is there anything you need to roll or do?
No, I will message you.
That's fine. I just wanted to ask in case you needed to roll like a perception or some shit. Well, you will slowly make your way back to the ship with no problems. Probably a little quiet, a little somber, but thoughtful, we'll put it. You will eventually make way back to the ship and onto the deck, and obviously I'd imagine you probably take the trunk into Josiah's quarters just to sort out. What do you guys want to do or say next?
I'd retire straight to my room.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough as well, Barney.
Oh, I was...
You wish to stop them, now's your chance, Rose.
Well, no, because they are... I think Naya at this point is just looking at... just shakes her head. It's as if people have not been threatened by death before.
We do it on a daily basis.
Yeah. Not only that, but we have suffered many more things. I don't know. Some people. I guess I should be more sympathetic, but unfortunately that seems to be missing. Shall we get some drinks? I feel like this is a time to drink. Let's celebrate. Just I think to one of the dog handles here.
I'll rustle up some vintages. Hang on. As Ben
Amazing.
is BRB for 2 minutes, Josiah will go.
That's
and find
fine.
some
That's absolutely fine. Should we take just a 2-minute break? Because I'll nip to the bathroom at the same time while Ben gets a drink.
Oh, okay.
Give you guys, because giving you 2 minutes, then it'll give you guys something to probably to think of to say in conversation, because it was designed to be heavy. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows? We're back in a moment, guys.
Has he left us live on Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The fool! We can say whatever we like about him.
Yeah.
Let's get Danny banned.
Jeff Bezos, that lackluster character. Oh, what a rapscallion!
Now we just have to see how long they're going to take.
Just sit and twiddle thumbs, I guess. I won't lie.
Your call is
I'm
important.
back here making
Please hold the line.
stat blocks for the entire circus.
Sorry, I did not hear any of that because two of you spoke at the same time.
We did.
My word went. Too many people are talking.
Blame everyone.
Yeah. What did you say again? Sorry.
Ooh, pick one.
Let's go for yourself, Joel.
I'm currently like sat here like while I'm playing. I'm also writing stat blocks for the entire circus.
Oh, interesting.
The
Can you
clown
point the
are going to
circus?
be fun if you ever get into a fight with the clowns.
Oh, you're telling him
Okay.
about the stat blocks you're making?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
not
had a
gonna
look.
do this.
No, I had a look at the clowns you did. They are quite. They're going to be goofy as fuck. So you know if you guys ever want to go like murder hobo and kill the circus bites back. They
Might
have stat
happen.
blocks.
Might happen.
It might. We'll see how upsetty spaghetti everyone gets. What you do next? No, not purposely throwing shade, just to want to stir the pot more than I already have, because
No.
the game maker was designed to like just stir up some drama. Let's go.
The funny thing is people don't want to deal with trauma. All the people that would have been upset have gone to bed.
No,
Like,
I know, but the thing is, though, I
they're angry.
can almost get it though, because they died, and it was a
Makes you
real
tired.
it was a real death, and I can almost imagine that like emotional exhaustion almost. Like I get it. I know it's something they do sometimes, but I actually kind of get it in this situation.
But I think the thing is though, it's the same thing that's happened multiple
No,
times.
I
and
agree.
it's not
I
just
100%
this
agree.
instance.
I 100% agree, but I think
And
in
not
this
only that,
situation, I think it's out.
Yeah, they can do it if they want to. It's fine. I was expecting a fight. I don't need to have one.
But in the quarters of Josiah, is everyone back, by the way? I heard everyone but Matt. Carl.
That's right.
I was already here.
Oh, did you never leave?
Well, I never left, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
Fair enough. Is Matt here?
I'm
Oh,
back.
sorry.
I know
Matt
about
says,
Matt.
well,
Just
Cool.
Matt. Just Matt, we're waiting on.
Sorry, I'm back.
No, that's fine. No, it's alright, because now when everyone's back, we can continue. So obviously, with the exception of Barnett and Vladimir, the rest of you convene in Josiah's quarters, where obviously drinks are had, and I would imagine you probably sort out the money and things and have some discussions, which I will allow you guys to do if you so choose. At this point in the day, for everyone but Naivara, you would know it to be quite late into the afternoon, pushing on early evening. Rose, Naivara would be more than aware that it is 5:15 and 42 seconds. 3,
incredible.
44, 45.
I guess the,
Oh, and
the
also north
question
is
is,
that way.
Josiah, well, to Joel and to Priscilla and the Baron. Desire's never going to bring up splitting the money unless unless it is brought up. He will not mention it and just say like he'll kick the chest. So that is to Ben saying, "Is the Baron never going to bring it up?"
Priscilla.
I have been like hovering next to you and like looking at the chest,
just waiting,
just giving me the most broad smiles and sort of saying, "It was a hell of a game, wasn't it?"
So yeah, Desire will probably like go, yes, it was, and pushes the chest, and there's his eyes just following the chest as he pushes it.
You killed me.
Right.
Okay.
And
Yeah, well.
Maya will go over to the thing, and she is going to take out and just be like, "Give me 2 minutes," and start counting. If that is okay, I will give him a cut.
Yeah, which, as I said, it's 200 platinum pieces, 2,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, she'll give him 100 platinum.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's gonna keep the circus afloat for weeks, if not months.
What is this? What a big curse overheads! Jesus Christ!
1,000 gold pieces.
I know.
Hey! The circus is always expanding, so the overheads are ever growing.
And there are constant repairs.
Yeah.
Reason why
Especially with some people on board the ship. Oh my god.
Oh god.
And as Naya's doing this, she goes, "Technically, you should be getting less than this, but I think as a show of good faith, we're just going to round it up." And she's like counting out stacks of 10 platinum pieces.
And Desire's like, "Excuse me," as I think he just gets changed in front of people. Like he's got pants on, so he just like changes his clothes, like because he just changes like he's just like, because your blood is literally on me. I think that's fair.
Oh, shit! Yeah, I will run and change.
Yeah, you're all bloody.
Well, so a quick run and change while money's being counted.
Priscilla will actually offer but while Josiah is explaining this, while he's half naked, and before anyone runs off, Priscilla will offer to cast Prestidigitation if anyone needs.
Oh, go on then.
I also have it. But I mean, I don't mind the show. She continues to count.
Well, I mean,
platinum pieces.
I mean, it definitely is worth its weight in coin, as she'll like jokingly threaten to like toss a gold piece over.
He'll raise out his hand.
Okay, she'll give you a gold piece from her pen.
Well, I guess that he'll catch it if she throws it.
Oh yeah, well she was going to pretend to, but if you like turn to catch it, she'll throw it. Why not?
Yeah,
that won't be from the cut.
So... 99 gold.
No, that's from her pouch. It's fine.
That's for her. Like that's not for. That's. Yeah.
But no, she'll kind of like joke with Nivara about like, yeah. Let's see it. But yeah, she'll cast Prestidigitation on Ken and anyone else that wants it and things, and obviously Nivara's offered the same.
I'm just glad everyone's okay. I didn't be like him. And he'll stop pouring drinks. The tension sort of breaks the gas when everyone's sort of having a laugh about.
Oh yeah, the tension's high, but it is ever going down. I think after a solid night of beer money, we'll be alright.
I was about to say, Josiah got his 6-pack out, and suddenly everyone was the tension suddenly shifted.
Well, I'll take out one of the candy, my candy, and go. Any idea what it would do?
I don't know. Why don't you eat it?
I am very tempted. I'll open it. I'll take
looks like a
if it's a
hard-boiled
wrapper.
candy. It's opaque in colour. It looks to be like a slightly pale reddy color, like almost.
Is this a fucking Pokemon reference?
I'm gonna taste a little spicy if I'm honest, guys.
It's not meant to be a Pokemon reference. No, it's not a rare candy.
Right, okay.
Are we just all not candy now?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you gained the Game Maker's blessing, each of you. And any time until you die, you perform in a game of chance. Any rolls that are made will have advantage. And that's not necessarily just gambling. That could be any game of like raw chance, like play with against other people. you'll have advantage against them. But in the same vein, if two people with advantage play against each other, it's cancelled, obviously. It's not uber strong and it's a little situational, but I think the right moment might really
I like it.
Yeah, it just basically means in any form of gambling, not necessarily just cards, dice, or anything like that, you will have advantage. So you've essentially got a permanent cheat to tilt the odds in your favour.
I was going to say, that's not just a one and done, that's a constant.
It's permanent, yeah.
Permanent.
That's why it's not super strong, because it's permanent. So it just basically means, like, say if you're doing a rollies where highest wins, you get advantage, and the other person doesn't. Or if you want to do like a game of chance of like maybe you're kind of betting on two fighters in an arena. Whichever you lean your favour, that fighter will maybe be imbued with a bit of luck, per se.
Are you playing cards or dragon chess?
Anything like that. Yeah. Doesn't just, it's not just the common forms of gambling. Like I said, like if you're betting on like dog racing or something, maybe the one dog suddenly gets a bit of extra zoomies, do you know what I mean? The one that happens to have your favour.
I also just love the idea that we can find other people who have played the games just by
gambling and finding them. Yeah.
That's also very true, but that's only if they won, remember? Because if they lost, they wouldn't get... They'd get a bane instead. But you'd know it... Yeah, but yeah, if it cancelled out, and it wasn't playing one of those, you'd know. Yeah, it's kind of one of them... you see this like one like uber like card shark, and you just play against him and your buff don't work, and then you just kind of look at each other like, oh, you. Be stupidly funny.
There's a card shark at my circus who I'm gonna go screw over.
Well, you've also now got... But the thing is, what if it doesn't work, and then you're kind of like, wait a minute. You motherfucker. No, I just realised it when you said it, oh yeah, that's quite... Yeah, it's nothing super strong, but it is a very interesting buff, and that is Game Maker's Blessing that lasts indefinitely. And although I said until death, if you die and get revived, it's still there, don't worry. I'm not going to screw like that. It was just thematics.
Yeah. So, addressing the elephant in the room, are we all okay? Are you all good with me? Every day I murder someone and then they come back and I drink with them.
And they hear the conversations while dead about how, yeah, we're better than them. We had stuff to do.
Oh, I was right.
Wasn't exactly what we said.
No, but like summarised in a very brutal way.
Stop! You've had your stirring. You can stop now. You've had your little stir.
That's the Dutchy pond, the left-hand side, man. Give me the pot.
Very much in character. That was most definitely hurtful to hear. That you feel so strongly that your destinies are
welcome,
so much more important than our very lives. And I understand. I do understand. Priscilla has been quite verbal about her support of your endeavors, but still, I thought that perhaps we each of us deserved a little more consideration.
Why?
We are living beings.
And? I guess my question would be, what is it that makes you... Because everybody has it. The fact that you eat food over someone else eating that food. What makes you think that any of us deserve it? If you believe in the words of the gods, they gave it to us. What do you believe in?
I believe that today, this very day, I was killed on the basis of a believed destiny. That may yet not come to pass, may I add.
You were also killed on the belief that you weren't actually being killed. I just want to say that as well.
Now, Kevin, I don't think she meant it quite like that. You know.
What I was trying to say is I would do anything to succeed. If we're being 100% honest here. And if somebody else has to die for that outcome, it won't stop me. It didn't stop me before, it won't stop me next time.
I'm a man of carnivals. Far be it for me to judge anyone too harshly on their morality, but Miss Naivara, I would very much like to hear from you that you truly, sincerely would never have allowed if there were not some significantly greater cause that were being pursued. May I please have your word?
I'm sorry. You're asking me to swear that unless there is some sort of vague notion, I would never allow you to die? Okay. Let me pose this to you first.
Sorry, say again?
Okay. Let me pose this to you first. What will you be willing to die for?
I think of that one, Kennedy sits down.
It's kind of like, good point.
Josiah looks at Priscilla.
He's got you.
Okay. I think it's obvious.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something to Priscilla then. I was going to
it's my turn. He's just no. He's looking at Priscilla and going, I think it's obvious.
Yes. Yes. So do I.
So kind of put a hand on your on like your knee and thank you.
And I will sort of like touch my hand to hers as well. So, Miss Naivara, do I have your word?
No. Because what I am about to tell you, I think, will assure you that I do not do this out of maliciousness or out of anger or any of those feelings. For when this all ends, I'm likely to be dead.
I think that's what he's asking, that it wasn't a triviality we killed him for.
No, it was a calculated risk. That devil in every previous test that we've done, each game had a specific wording. The first one was that we had to apply the armor in a certain location, and then we had to basically test its metal. The second one was to create balance. It did not think of hurting ourselves or increasing it. If you had died, and actually died, and I had been wrong about that, I would have
apologized?
Gowered. No, I would have found you and tried to bring you back. Unfortunately, since I have met this group, I have been besieged, would be the correct word, by emotions I am not familiar with. You have them to thank for my bleeding heart, I guess.
Well,
it was a calculated risk. I did not want to see you die. I just knew I had to save Priscilla.
I suppose if that is all I can ask for, I will take a bleeding heart. And I will offer my hand to shake.
She'll shake it. Do you them back? Like, I'm half expecting to get stabbed now.
Entirely out of character, for the record. All of last game was wicked cool, and Joel is perfectly cool with it. Baron Kennedy is not. He is real mad.
It's Naya. She's engineered to be slightly villainous.
I do at least want to say thank you, though, Navarra, for saying that you'd look after me. It does mean a lot.
Of course. Unfortunately, I'm not used to having friends. This is really difficult for me to say. Okay, I
know. It's fine.
Well,
I like
friends offer to entertain one another at their expense. I believe I have a show to go and prepare, and your seats will be reserved for you. Pride of place.
Thank you.
You still
We
wanna-
might be a little late.
You still wish to do that, to do the show?
Well, of course. I died today. I've never felt so compelled to put on a performance.
Baron, there's a line you must say for things like this.
Really, I'm unfamiliar.
The show must go on.
You fucking dickhead. You knew exactly what she meant.
I knew exactly.
Of course you did.
Oh.
Might be an elven thing.
It is.
Not one I'm acquainted with. We've cancelled many shows, but all right, so be it.
No
refunds, right?
Yeah, yes.
Well,
there is a phrase for moments like these. No refunds.
well, if you want to go and get the crew ready and let them know, I'll be over there in a jiffy. I'll just finish my drink here, maybe have one or two more.
I'll stand up and march on out.
Oh. Thank you, Baron. Oh,
Yeah, Baron.
In and like grab a glass of water. It's really spicy. Very spicy.
And Priscilla will wait for the Baron to leave and just go, be all right. Just, I'll sort him out. Don't worry. He'll be good.
I'm used to people being annoyed with me. It won't be the first time, it certainly.
Well, it
might be the last.
It's not the first time he's been caught in mortal danger, because, like, remember the first time you met him and he was in that Dwegar cages and things, and then took you all to the Fey realm and dealt with all the nasties over there, so you're alright. He's not used to this kind of thing.
What are you?
Not per se, no, but I've dealt with more he has in his time.
What are you and I are cooking up?
Me.
Is Niall still here in the room? I'm just asking.
Yeah, kind of blending
Okay,
into
so-
it.
Only the Baron's left.
I've not heard or her say, are you back into a normal form again? Are you still in Changeling?
I would imagine he did it after
I
like 30
immediately-
seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
second you
immediately.
realised, yeah. No, I assumed as much. I just wanted to give that bit of a, oh shit, switch. What do you mean, Josiah? Because I think it's rude to inquire between what two ladies talk about in their spare time.
Do you want to say? I can't compel you. Just, we'll just carry on drinking.
Oh, I'll have you know that things myself and Navarre are hooking up. In the best interests. Everybody.
I believe that. I'm not pressing. And they just, he's...
She'll finish off the drink and probably have, like I said, one or two more. And unless people want to ask her anything, she'll happily just idle conversation, have that last drink, and then leave.
Before, I think, when she's had like a second one, everyone in the room will notice that Niall will be like, maybe you should go and check out this thing in town or something and try and get rid of the people in the room, if that makes sense.
Point taken,
leave.
and I'm out.
Leave.
Oh, is that to everyone but Priscilla?
No, as in
No,
everyone
just
but Josiah.
Right, okay. No, that's absolutely fine. I was just double checking. So no, but Priscilla was only intending to have one more anyway and then leave herself. She was just leaving herself there for if anyone wanted to say anything away from the dear Baron.
As soon as oh, sorry, go on.
Rest up the both of y'all, and Niles, I'll speak to you on the deck for a moment, and then head on back to the Baron. It's just idle conversation. You haven't got off.
Okay.
And then they'll both leave.
How long do you reckon we've got?
Long enough.
Cool. And then face back, please. Instantly.
Well, I can imagine it's probably more like he's on the deck seeing off Priscilla, like, Oh, I see if said like that. He just like gets dragged by the collar into the back into the corner. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That cool? Like,
Yeah, about to say, Danny, that's for you now. See past, moving on.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was like going to be like some conversation or something. That's what I was waiting.
No.
Oh, okay. No, I okay.
No, it's a solid fade to black.
I'm following now. I just thought there was like something you wanted to say away from pioneers. That's why I was just silent waiting because I was waiting for the right. Now they're fucking gone. But no, that's
don't worry. I'm sure that will happen tonight. It just doesn't seem the right time just yet.
Yeah.
At the moment, they're gonna get it on. Thank you very much.
Ship's rocking, don't come and knocking. Got it. Fine.
Exactly.
Cool. Baron and Priscilla will help orchestrate the circus crew, their performance that I'm sure will be wunderbar in the morning. Barney and Vlad, you obviously peeled off from the rest of the group. Obviously, Niles, I'm assuming you have a simple enough rest, but I just wanted to double check with you two. Is there anything you guys want to do during that night sequence, or are you all happy to have rest, wake in the morning?
Mine are going to be... Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, are we not going to the circus?
I was assuming it was more like they're going to prep overnight, do it in the morning. That was my assumption, because Joel's just gone to grab a coffee anyway, so we're all good.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that, Carl.
No, that's fine. I mean, I could always retcon it if absolute need be, but I assumed as much, because I'd imagine everyone's going to want a solid rest, get all their spells back, all their abilities, jobs are good. So go on, Vlad.
Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be getting a look at my little dagger out of my back and literally trying to sculpt the image of the gates in front of me and Salune herself.
Right,
into the wall next to me. So I'm literally trying to put that image there.
Make at first a history check. Then it's going to be sleight of hand. Because it's about how much you remember and then how much you can translate.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Sleight of hand. Oh my life, I'm absolutely useless.
11's okay. Don't forget, 10 is average. So 11 is okay. The problem is, you were dead for such a short period of time, and in actuality, it was 3 minutes, maybe less. Your body was not present in the presence of the Salune in Mount Celestia for long enough to truly get a grasp. You do remember 2 white marble pillars being wrapped in gilded rope, and you remember there a metallic gate, but you can't remember the pattern that was like the bars were like woven into. You remember it was like standing in a skyline, stood on firm, solid stone floor, not clouds like what everyone thinks, but solid stone floor, and you're above the clouds. There's not a single cloud inside. It's pure blue white, and pure blue skies. Sorry. The thing that really bugs you is you can't remember the pattern of the gate. You remember the pillars, you remember the feeling of the floor, you remember the open skies, but you don't remember the gate. Bugs you. But, Mitch, you do remember you're able to get down with not amazing artistic integrity, but enough that it's there. Barnett.
I'll be cursing under my breath every time. I need to remember. And I'm getting angry with myself while I'm doing it.
You do anything?
I'm gonna be resting tonight.
You all, in different stages, put yourselves to rest and to sleep or to meditate before someone reminds me. Sure.
Oh no, Naya's knackered enough that she sleeps.
Fair enough. I appreciate that because this is going to help with what comes next.
Right.
Because you're all awake. And you're all awoken in a dream state. A small clearing near a woodland. You're all looking into the edges of the woodland. You all see each other. You can all hear each other. In front, sets of eyes look out at you.
What kind of height are they at?
Solid
Are they like
8,
humanoid?
9 foot tall, yellow, glowing, stepping out. Josiah and Barnett knows this form very well. It's the multiple jointed figure, old, pale skin that you can just see on the mouth and nose, hair draped down, and she kind of just curls the form. Just you hear the bones and the joints cracking and cracking. I would very much like to know, if any of you can all enlighten me, what happened with my dear boy? Gesturing to Barnett.
No, not doing it. I've had enough of this nonsense. That's it. Sorry. Leave me out. I've had that nonsense over there.
You just kind of
I can't be doing this again.
You just kind of throw your hands and be like, no, fuck this.
Exactly.
I am not
I had that
angry
nonsense. I've had that
at any of
nonsense.
you.
No.
I'm not angry at you all, but I am rather vested in finding out the truth. Considering I felt the presence of a fiendish entity inside of my body. It's still fiend.
Why don't you ask Barnett? Oh, wait. Oh, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to ask Barnett the questions. Barnett, did you agree to take part in those games?
Yeah.
Excellent. Did you know what might happen?
I think so.
Amazing. Did you agree to have your eyes plucked out by the devil?
I agreed to the thing, and I was going to take my eyes out, though.
You agree to having your eyes replaced, then?
Yeah, but I was actually going to take them out, but he agreed to have them placed.
That is what you must have felt.
She'll kind of like approach, kind of kneel down and ask Barnett by like the face. My boy, why did you agree to allow such ill to be put inside you?
Don't.
Barnett, you will do well to answer me, please.
He said he'd help me make deals.
I have always been one to teach you how to make bargains. I helped you broker your first one or two. If you remember, if you only had asked, I would have granted you more.
Yeah.
For centuries, I have looked after you and mothered you and reared you as my own. And
Oh.
I did not expect this.
This is fine.
Boy, I can fix it if need be. I have heard who is. I have spoken with him. I know where he lives. Know his domain. Fix this. You want to fix this?
But what fixing it do?
Remove the fiendish corruption from inside you. Or it may manifest and grow stronger, and you might lose ties with your ancestors, your mother, your father, and your other kin. The Fey Realm itself might turn its back on you.
Oh. I don't. I mean, that's not good.
Oh, it isn't Barnett, truly. And she's saying all this while looking at him like hands clasped around his face, and obviously in front of all you guys, mind you.
My boy.
All of you are present, and all of you can hear this. The party is. And, like, you can see this, like, she's like kneeling down in front of him. And bearing in mind, Barnett's 3.5 to 4 foot tall, whereas she's like 8 to 9 foot tall. So it's a big contrast. Like her back is jointed in ways that are not natural to get right down to him, and she's like face to face.
I'm way away from this. I'm way away, walking off, just not interested.
Can I ask you a question, oh Grace?
You may. What is your...
Do you want what is best for Barnett?
Always. He is my own after all.
Would you not want for him to have courage?
I do, but wouldn't you be concerned if his very being is to change and then he is locked out of his homeland for him not being what he once was?
No.
I have no control over it as much as he does, but he continues to chop and change himself. Who knows how much damage can be done?
I guess the question is, Barnett, would you like to go home with Mummy? Or stay out with your friends?
The other option was just to keep getting his old eyes back.
And he would have died for nothing.
Yeah. I'll have my old eyes back.
What?
Are you kidding? Oh my god.
He just puts his hands up.
You guys can say stuff if you want, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I did. I went, what?
We did! We were like, that's pathetic. Put our hands up. You can tell that the entire party just went, what the hell?
Except for me, because I just don't give a fuck and I'm walked off. I'm like,
Nice.
We know!
Old Grace is gonna pull Barnett in for a hug, and dramatically, like, his head's gonna turn the way, looking at all the party members. So he can see the... Fuck's sake. I knew you would come around to it, boy. I'm just worried about you, and I'm always going to look after you as much as I can. Make sure you're protected and you're safe. No corruption will ever be inside you.
May I ask one more question, please, old Grace?
Yes?
What happened to Barnett's parents?
It is something that... for Barnett's ears only, I'm afraid. Is rather personal.
But he doesn't know.
Yes, well... Eddie will learn the truth, but... I think all of you would be... not purview to that.
What did you do to them?
Nothing. Nothing that they didn't agree with.
Just seems you're very possessive of Barnett.
I'm sure when you have the ability to birth your own, you will understand the connection you have. Although I may not have birthed this one myself, I love him just as much as my own. And as like his other sisters that he has, that... I don't think you ever had the chance to meet them. They left home long before you. Barnett, I might introduce you one day.
Okay.
Now, I can't quite get your old eyes back immediately. I will have to have a word with the game maker, but I will be pursuing and I will definitely be back in due time.
So he keeps his new eyes for the moment.
Unfortunately, it is better than him going around blind.
That's what I was just about to say.
It's unfortunately, corrupted eyes are better than no eyes, and I will monitor, and if the corruption moves, then we will have to take drastic action. For now, maybe borrow some eyes from someone else for the moment.
Not it.
Damn it, I'm not there.
So,
May we return back home now?
yes. I wanted to get an understanding of what happened to my boy. Seems this game maker has very much overstepped his boundaries. You.
Before you go,
She kind of like holds the hand up, ready to like whisk you guys away, and then kind of freezes as you say before. Yes.
Game maker seems to think you're very powerful. What are you? You an archfey?
Not quite, but close, and soon maybe. But we'll see. I am what would you mortals equivalate it to? Demigod, I believe you would know it as. Once mortal, soon to be god.
Okay.
Essentially, she was a standard hag, which is the equivalent in the Farum of mortal, but she has obviously done something, undergone something, been blessed by something, someone that is then elevated her to a station that's not quite an archfey, because in the Farum, the archfey are the equivalent of the gods, aren't they? To normal, bog standard ass fey. She's somewhere in between. She's better.
Archfey in waiting.
Yeah, like I said, the mortal equivalent.
She's not
would
ascended.
No, not fully. She's like I said, the mortal equivalent would be a demigod, but she clearly has ambition, and maybe one day she might become an archfey, or maybe some adventuring party might thwart her plans. Who knows? We'll see. Is that all you like to know?
Yes, thank you.
And she'll kind of, as she kind of whisks you guys away just before, she'll just give on Barnett's forehead just this long kiss. I love you, Barnett. I will fix you and bring you back proper. Whisks her hand and you all waken. Your rooms, your beds, together or not together, depend. In the morning.
It just says to Josiah, I think she might have killed his parents.
Yeah, wow, or fate worse than death.
Yeah, it was very like, I possess this person. This person is mine. He didn't seem, to have his own agency.
No, it's so weird. But didn't he get dropped off to some wizard to be like a witch?
Yeah, how did he end up on Ivory Sands? It is all very strange.
Doesn't help he's not a big talker.
I mean, we have tried, and we just got sounds back. Maybe I need to do some experimenting on him.
Just be. Just remember who we just spoken to. Is all I'm saying.
Is this the woman that freaked you out?
Yes.
That's the first time that anybody but Josiah and Barnett have seen Old Grace. And again, like 3 sets of elbows, multiple knees, the back even bent almost like it was a joint in itself, and every joint creaked and cracked like severe, like day old arthritis.
I might see next time we're at the Baroness's to get a book on hags and archfey. See how we can get you out of your bargain.
Yeah.
Actually, did Josiah ever tell Novara about the potential deal?
Yeah. The crystal.
But yeah. I couldn't remember if you actually told.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean it makes sense. I just. Up. With the most of you all have awoken and arriving for breakfast, the morning is now yours. The Baron has, as he promised, been preparing night and morning. performance, I probably would the Baron have slept, Joel? Would he have pulled an all-nighter? I'm giving you agency. Like, would he have spent all night making sure it's pristine?
No, it's a solid question.
Yeah, or would he have like collapsed from exhaustion and eventually gone to sleep? Or would you reckon Priscilla would have forced him to go to some point? Kind of giving you a bit of agency with how that plays out, because it's basically whether or not you get exhaustion on and how you probably role play your character.
I would say that was a quick wisdom save. I would say an 11 is probably enough that he would allow himself to be bullied after it's gone on just too long.
Yeah, probably like come 3 or 4 in the morning and like Priscilla's
sort
practically beating him into bed. Yeah.
I'm going audibly hoarse from yelling at Galoot again. So yeah, I would say that eventually I would allow Priscilla to.
Well, after the third time he drops a keg of glitter, like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, no, exactly. I can't keep buying brooms. I just can't keep buying brooms.
No, and you've even considered buying the ones that broom themselves, but you found a magic shop in this archipelago? Because I fucking hate it.
I'm sitting on like a lot of money today, like several shows worth, and I am still not increasing the broom budget because of him.
Yeah. And then there was that one point that he slipped and about half a cup of glitter went into your tankard while about to take a drink and mostly ruined your night as well.
There are days when I really want to like ask Shineholt nicely to just bend him.
Just bend him.
Bend him. Unfortunately for me, Shineholt is probably the nicest person in the entire circus.
Yeah, that's a shame. Even if he is a bit dull.
Exactly. That's why I hired Mr. Or why I. Do you hire or do you have an ogre?
Good question.
Is it like Timbershrike, where he's just one of the animals that gets put
yes.
into...
So long as you feed him, he doesn't leave. And the problem is because if he chose to leave, you probably couldn't stop him.
And I do keep giving him fancy hats, and he likes that.
Yeah.
Anyway, like these are the things that keep Baron Kennedy up at night. But yeah, I would have eventually gone to sleep.
That's fine. So obviously you will have fully rested. And would you have Priscilla make way to the Call of Chaos to have the party summoned, or would you go to?
I mean, it'd be the evening, so that there's a day of putting out posters and stuff. Like they're not getting an exclusive.
Okay, you know what? Roll a performance check. This is more or less just to see how well the word gets out there. I'll give you advantage because assumed you'll have many people doing it.
I do not need it.
Yeah, it's just more or less because you've got multiple crew members helping. It's the thing.
So it's 28 if you want the advantage.
Yeah, definitely. The show will have definitely been put onto the shore because there is no way the amount of people that are interested.
I will personally show up to invite the group.
Yeah. So,
and I will very briefly pause, look at Barnet, and say, "Dear sir, you look terrible this morning. What happened?"
I died yesterday.
Yes, but never mind. I'm sure you'll look wonderful by this evening. Get back to business. Once everybody has all of the details of when to arrive and whatnot.
No, that's absolutely fine. So, is there anything anyone would like to do during the daytime? Just to kind of give an idea if we skip him forward or nah.
Am I able to, or do I have to put the spell in my spellbook?
Say that again. No. It's automatically a part of your spellbook. I'm going to give it you.
Okay.
But you will have to, obviously, if you want to equip it.
Prep it as a normal spell, yeah. Cool, that's all I wanted to know.
I think Josiah would have just had a conversation with Ivara, maybe over lunch or...
No, it's not there.
Oh, it would have been in the morning then. No, it's fine. It would have been in the morning then before Naya disappeared. He would have
Okay,
just been
then.
like,
Yeah, first thing.
yeah. Well, he's probably put his trousers on. He's probably just like, was last night because I was smart and decisive and guessing. That seemed.
Oh no, Niles, what are you doing?
Huh?
Wrong button.
He's shadow blading. Oh no! Stab!
That's the wrong button.
Go on, Rose. What was you going to say? Sorry.
Naya just looks at him and goes, "Whatever do you mean?"
Oh,
Oh,
it's never been sort of.
sorry, go on.
Oh, he was. No, it's. Is she winding him up
I'm
a
fucking
bit?
with you. Yeah.
She just grins and goes, "You were very intelligent, thoughtful,
And I can almost
thought
imagine
ahead."
she's kind of like smushing your cheeks. Like, you were very smart and intelligent. Well done. You good boy.
It's less that because Naya's not like cutesy
No, I think
baby or
no.
whatever.
I'd almost
She
do it,
just
I
kind of
almost imagine
stalk
you doing it as like a
closer.
sarcasticness, like over the top on purpose.
So, yes,
I'm just gonna-
I found. Oh, I don't know.
I just watched the token just disappear off the left of the map. Oh well, carry on.
No idea. And she just goes, "I felt like I don't know. Was that a problem?"
No, quite far from it. I just want to replicate those events. To be honest.
Be smart more often. I
Sounds
need
like
to go
it.
do some things. She kind
Right.
of kisses him on the cheek and just like pats his bum before walking out the room. And we'll leave to go snoop in the circus.
Okay, where are you snooping in that circus, baby?
I want to just kind of hang around, like not approaching too much, but just try and
Not
see.
necessarily getting involved, but you're just nosing at the
Yeah.
crew working and probably dragging a lot of supplies off the ship.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Joel's gonna give you a rundown of what you see.
Circus.
It's his shit. I don't know this shit. He knows.
We're in Joel land now, baby.
Oh no, he's taking over the stream. Oh no.
Dirty 20.
Okay. With a dirty 20, you are going to see Clod and Pill wandering around with a whole bunch of carpenter's tools. Clod has got a bucket on one foot. Pill has got several nails sticking in his hand, and they are variously limping and like patrolling their way to what passes for a medical tent. It's basically like a tent where Priscilla tells them to sit and wait for her to show up until she can do something about whatever problem it is that they've gotten into. But yeah, they have
imagine
really been...
Priscilla at the minute is probably helping Liberty getting prepped, like dressing up, applying makeup.
Probably at the
Although
moment,
Priscilla
yeah.
doesn't need it, but it's nice to have her hands to help apply it for Liberty, because she doesn't have the same effects.
To be fair, the makeup tent probably is the first aid tent.
It probably is, to be fair, yeah, because it's got the scissors and stuff in help and all that, yeah.
Yeah, and
Probably
the
is, yeah.
only other person I think who has any kind of medical training would either be
Pill.
Gleeter or Deathin, and they're mostly used to dealing with
Well, if I
burns.
remember, I know one of the clones is, because if I remember, it's Pill, because he helped apply bandages when something fell on somebody in the first Circus show. I think it was on Matt's character.
Whose hand is currently full of nails.
That is also true.
So yeah, that is certainly one of the most standout scenes you're going to see. But otherwise, it's a whole lot of preparing, a whole lot of busy work, a whole lot of Tolos the Wonderful talking loudly about himself.
Toss is the spellcaster?
Tolos
wizard,
is
am I
the
right?
spellcaster, yes, one of.
Yeah. Amazing.
One of the
The
most
other
powerful
one-
spellcasters.
Say again, Nightmare?
One of the most
I was gonna
powerful
say-
spellcasters. Go on, Rose, sorry.
Do I spot the Baron anywhere?
I mean, he's not quiet.
He's not
So,
hard
yeah.
to find.
I give him a wide berth and we'll go and seek out Priscilla then. If I don't notice anything else unusual or any new sort of things going on, I guess I will seek
I'd
out
imagine
Priscilla.
probably at the far end of the medical makeup tent, then you'd probably stick your head in through one of the gaps in the fabrics where, you know, you've heard of, like, dealing with the guys and stuff that are coming in injured. Probably, like, get her attention easily if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a moment, Priscilla? I'm sorry I ended our conversation early. I just had to reward our captain, I guess.
Oh no, that's kind of looks you up and down a little bit in like a right one. It's perfectly fine. Liberty, if you don't mind, pull the nails out of Pale's hand, wrap it in a bandage, and borrow some of the Baron's alcohol, the strongest shit, and just, you know, wash it a little bit, disinfect it. It'll be fine. I'll be back in a minute to heal the other two. And yeah, she'll kind of give Liberty like the pat on the shoulder to do that, and she'll kind of sneak out the gap in the tent where you've put your head in. Kind of.
As is the circus, I assume?
Say that again, Rose.
She goes, as is of the circus, I presume?
It's anything but it's everything but uneventful, I'll tell you that. Sometimes it also begs the question, sometimes I've seen shit I've had to pull out of their hands, their legs, and all sorts that wouldn't think would get in there. I wonder sometimes they do it on purpose just to get treated.
Sometimes people want to get attention.
That's also very true, and maybe they should look to other people for their attention.
Maybe. Like, it seems like the Baron is well enamored with yourself.
Well, he knows where his bread's buttered, that's all, and I look after him and everyone else here, make sure the ship shape.
Mm-hmm.
Did you need something? I assume you came here for a reason.
Oh, yes. I wanted to ask what your plan was for yesterday.
My plan?
Mm-hmm.
You care to elaborate on something?
Oh, I just assumed that you had a plan from the way that you were acting yesterday.
Well, I mean, it certainly took me by surprise, but didn't really know exactly what to expect, no.
I just mean you hurried to get there and tried to leave without anybody at first, and then when I tagged along, you wanted to stay behind. It was almost like you wanted to have a conversation with the game maker without anybody there.
Well,
No?
sort of, but when I spoke with him previously and made the arrangements to have all of you go and meet him, I just wanted to make sure everything was cleared, but wanted to make it a surprise.
Oh, it was a surprise. You made arrangements before?
With him? No.
You said seconds ago that when you met him last time and made arrangements
No, when I
for us
spoke
all
with him
to
last
meet
time.
him.
I've spoken with him, but I've never met him before, no. Just interesting opportunity that intruded itself.
Oh.
Something I thought that when I was there, I called all y'all to meet us at the outpost.
So you know the game maker?
Still now, but knew of him. Others like him.
Okay, spill the beans. That is a phrase that I'm sure you might not have heard before.
I've heard similar on the guys behind me.
Good.
Tell you it's not, but oh, Kevin sometimes can need a little push in certain directions, and Circus has been safe recently, and been a while since I'd met you, and getting my hands on the orb from you was definitely worthwhile.
Oh, he's not collecting currently.
Not at the moment, no. In a couple
You're
weeks,
hungry.
a little bit. Keeps making me steer clear of the shipmates, so
Oh, he does seem a little jealous. Okay.
Ben. No, he. It's the like I said. I think giving you another orb, like he has, probably one of the best things I ever did. It was. Oh,
Oh, I know we do. Unfortunately, cause a lot of anguish.
but like I
Well,
said, I did think that he definitely benefited from it, even if it did end a little bloody, if it's so to speak.
would you like me to increase the danger level around him? Light a fire under his backside? Because I can literally do that.
She'll kind of put a one hand on your shoulder and kind of pull you in, like to whisper, like to make sure this isn't heard, like face to face. Now, I'm not saying that you should, but I definitely wouldn't be adverse to it. Definitely make things more interesting around here, because let's just say we've been devoid of accidents for a while.
Understood. And she kind of takes a little half step back.
And then she'll kind of let the hand slide off as you pull.
I need something for you if I'm going to fill another orb, Priscilla.
Surely,
You remember what I
surely
requested?
the pact we have is enough. You've been using my abilities, correct?
Yes, but the reason I made that deal was for information. Have you already forgotten, Priscilla?
I hadn't
I did not
forgotten,
get
but the
it.
person puppeting the machine may have.
Thank you, Daddy.
that may be the problem. What we've got
And
here
then we'll
is
go-
failure to remember, right?
Yeah.
Do you care to remind
I
me? Not
mean-
for my sake, I know, of course, but...
Whilst I appreciate the powers, they are a gift. I exchanged a pact with you for information, not to be supplied just to myself, but to the party, about our enemies,
Right.
Prescott and the Yanti.
Unfortunately, with the former, he's completely dropped off the face of the plains, so to speak. I haven't had
Wow.
the ability to watch over him for quite some time now. Ever since, like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe? No,
Okay.
longer. You won't hear another problem, though, because they're getting bolder. They're sending vessels out from that island you guys call Snake Pit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember last time I saw they had 5, like, sailing vessels almost. Like your first ship, you know, the one named after your
The little
lost friend?
white dressed.
Yeah, similar size to that, maybe a little narrower and with the one deck, not the upper and lower. Basically, think more like Viking rowing ships.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. A small little. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know exactly
where
where
are they
they're
going
heading
to?
because a lot of my eye has been on settlement they got there.
Okay. What have you seen?
Well, it's growing, and it's a hive of activity, I'll tell you that. They're erecting spires around the central, like, tower thing. I don't know what they're doing, but the only way I'd get to know is if I went there myself. But I can't exactly take a vacay from, the goings on here. Can't have the star of the show go wander now, can we?
I'm going to ask for a kindness, Priscilla.
Right?
I'd like to tell someone your secret.
We've agreed that you would keep our pact a secret from Kevin, so you better not be suggesting him.
No.
Good. Because I need Kevin to feel like he's the special one, like he's the only one I work with.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Josiah.
Do you think he will keep his lips to himself?
Yeah.
Because again,
well,
I do not.
I hope not.
I will
But
do anything within my power to make sure Kevin does not find out. I hope you understand. It is imperative he doesn't, because I have him right where I need him for the moment.
I will. I trust him.
I am a fool.
But I trust him.
Lips to himself, no, fair enough, fair enough.
As soon as you said it, did you not hear no? I go, well, I hope not. And then, never mind. I was being rude.
You can, but I want to be there when you tell him.
Give like 5 minutes, I'll go and get in.
No, I'll come with you. Better to do it away from here.
Agreed.
So yeah, Priscilla and Naivara will make their way off. Obviously, still giving a wide berth to the big bad Baron himself while he's orchestrating. And I'd probably imagine at some point you'll probably be wondering why the medical is slowed down, and you'll find, Baron, that Liberty has been left in charge of the medical practices.
I also imagine we do hear him off in the distance being like, oh, don't put that there, man. No, 5 feet. No. 4.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was literally just thinking that it's going to take me a while to find out anything, because the only thing you hear from me as you walk by is, don't before crash.
Oh no, I'd imagine the reason why you'll find out is because there's no returning manpower from people that are being treated, and there's a growing line of people waiting to be treated, and things are slowing down. So you'll go to the medical tent and you'll just see a line out the tent. Jeez. But you'll make your way back to the Call of Chaos, and obviously I'd imagine you'll grab yourself some privacy in Josiah's quarters with Scylla.
I imagine it. Is he still in there?
No, you'll be on the deck, or you'll be doing something like just checking over the boat.
We have a minute, Josiah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And no, it's not what you think.
No, I think you. No, I'm not thinking it's that. I'm thinking coming clean, but that to the room.
And Niall will close it behind her, making sure that nobody snuck in.
Well, not only that as well, but Priscilla will, if you've got any locking mechanism or anything, she'll lock the door behind.
I can scan the room. It sort of says.
Please.
Yeah, you'll do Hell Sight then, if anyone's invisible. See them themselves.
I do not believe there'll be anything to worry about.
Yeah, I didn't think this was an homage or trial, so come on, what's going on?
let me double check the thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the exact wording. Right, there we go. Right. Navarro has asked to reveal a secret between ourselves. One person, and she has asked that person be you. But, I say anything. I need you to give me your word that it will not travel any further than yourself and Navarro here.
Yeah, I swear.
I have a pact with Navarra here. I've been bestowing her power and information for a short period of time, since when we met on New Horizons last. I went and spoke to her privately about it. She accepted.
So the appearance magic I keep seeing
is not just to make myself look.
No, yes.
I am you would be aware of me as a succubi, but no, I'm not your standard run-of-the-mill, if that is to be understood. I am one of anguish, not pleasure. Do you understand?
Vaguely, aye.
I feed off the pain, suffering of other people. I am like a mirror to my kin. I'm rare, but they are typically far more powerful.
Is that why the Baron's got a drinking problem?
No. No. But he is someone I work with, I look after. Will not tell him. I like you guys. You all interest me, and ever since I met you for that first time on the Ivory Sands, way back when you met the Baron for the first time, I had an interest. I sent him to be with you, and your energies are intoxicating. Like a drug. Like it. Now, kept close by and steered the ships to where you would be and met you again and got myself an inside track to the buffet. Looking at Naivara with that. Now, is there a particular reason, Naivara, you wanted to let Josiah know? Now he's aware, and I'm sure he has questions that I'll answer within reason.
He asked me if I could stop lying to him. This was a truth I could tell, and I just needed your permission to do so. She doesn't seem to be like... She does look at Josiah a couple of times and tries to gauge his reaction at this point. Like, is he pissed, or is he just kind of like... I don't know. A bit upset or disappointed?
It's not... No. I think he's more like...
And while like this is happening, she'll kind of produce the orb that you gave Priscilla Naivara and kind of like underhand toss it back to you.
Is it empty now by any chance?
Yeah, it's empty. She's siphoned it out into whatever storages she has or consumed it.
Does Josiah ask that out loud?
Yeah.
Well, as in what's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a means, a battery, as you will. And Kevin has one similar. You've probably all seen it at the top of his cane. It collects any suffering, pain, damage, essences that are spilled in its vicinity within about 20 meters or so. 20 feet or so, sorry. And it stores it for me. And that's what I live off of. And you all interest me. You all, want of a better word, taste different.
So you feed off our suffering, is that?
And those that you inflict on your enemies, but It's you guys in particular that just gets my heart pumping. Well, hard so to speak. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but maybe you're all destined for something greater. Usually the adventuring type offers some taste of betterness, but there's just something I can't quite put my finger on, but I can't get enough of it.
This is helpful, Naivara. She gives you something helpful in return.
Would you like to tell Josiah what you told me about the ships and snake pits? Please, Priscilla.
They have made ships over at Snake Pit, small rowing vessels, enough to fit a couple dozen or so. Looks like they're departing their here island and setting sail elsewhere. They're getting extremely active over there.
It's like a fleet to go somewhere?
Well, not that much, not that yet, but leave them unchecked long enough, they definitely will be.
So, more like slave trade somewhere.
Potentially, who knows? I can't follow the ships very well as I've been looking over the island, and as I said, here's Navarra. I don't exactly intend to go there, not unless I have to take the circus with me, but hey, I'm not prepared for going over there. And I don't intend to lose my meal ticket.
Can I get the map out? Whilst this conversation is going on, the big world map.
Yeah, do you want
And
to
can I look? Yes, please.
You see?
Yeah. Naya points on the map at Ulster's Den, the Shock Jadar expedition, and Crescent Slants, and goes, those are the 3 closest settlements. They were going on slaving raids. That's where they'd hit. They haven't got as far as Crescent Slants yet, because otherwise... Oh no, when did they set off travelling? Priscilla?
I believe the last time I checked was about 5 days ago, and I saw the first vessel leave.
Okay. Can you continue to supply information to us if you keep an eye out?
Of course. You've done me good favors in time. And I'll keep doing so for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I have asked all the questions I needed to. Josiah?
Now, before I leave, yeah, I'm sure, Josiah, your head is all bubbling with questions for me. And I can answer most of them.
So, the Baron knows, but you don't want him to know that we know.
The Baron has no idea that I've made a pact with Navarra. As far as he's aware, and he's the only one. And I want it to stay that way.
Nice.
Don't want to upset the boat now, do we? Considering I travel with him.
Joke. I suppose you know about Ziff or Loxana then.
What? It's a fair question. Let's roll it.
Hmm?
The name rings a bell, but not quite off the top of my mind. I could certainly poke around with a few of my friends back in the depths.
Please.
Wish you to you.
Guess my patron or my supplier.
Huh. Loxana is or Ziv?
I don't quite know.
Huh.
Loxord had contacted me, but
And you'll
Sif
see
seems
like
to give
a
Loxord pass.
mischievous grin kind of like go across the mouth a little bit. See what I can do. Sure, I can make a few questions in the right places and ask a few of my friends.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that all the questions you got?
Yeah, I think so.
Surprising.
better not
I
to ask
expected
too
far
many.
many more about who I am and what I am, but
Does it
pleasantly
matter?
surprised. Not really, but usually folks would be clamoring to know, considering it's somewhat of an anomaly, but I'm pleasantly surprised. You keep your shit to yourself and like that.
Does a little bow, I guess. So he does a little salute or something.
And the formalities. Gentlemen, I'm sure. So, is there anything else you need me to explain to him, Navara? Because I'm sure the Baron's going to be losing his mind at this point.
How do you get the copies?
The what?
The copies. As in, why has one got blue skin in your party and another looks just like Charlotte?
Oh, you mean the new... Oh, okay, you're on about the people.
Yeah, the people. Naya's pushing her luck at this point and just trying to test theories. Might as well.
Kind of like look down a little and like a big smile, like kind of like... Look, we have an interesting knack of finding talent in all the right places. This archipelago is full of talent.
I can answer that one. Isn't it obvious?
Are you about to be smart again, Design?
I think so, but I don't think we've got time for
big
round
brain
two.
me. Brain. You certainly got a theory. I'll see if it's any close or not.
Sheets our suffering. Why not remind us of our pain?
That's very poetic.
Kind of just like runs a hand up like the front of a chest, up her neck, and like round to the back, and just kind of like, well, it would be certainly quite cruel, wouldn't it, in the right situation, if a reminder of such was to come across yourselves, but I don't do copies. I always ensure that I tell another real deal.
I don't think she means copies. I think she means homologies, reminders.
No,
I don't do copies.
Real.
Oh.
Second chance?
I will see you all later for the performance. Now, I've got to go.
Understood.
Just kind of blow you both a kiss and just unlock the door.
Copies. Okay.
The real deal. So,
I will remind you guys, do you remember something Charlotte said on Lone Spire?
Oh, yes, because I never...
When she claimed you stole her opportunity to say goodbye to Wade.
Because no one allowed me to go fucking check the grave because we had to run off. I wanted to check the grave. I knew it.
I'll let you guys finish up for a moment.
you good?
With you, yeah. I know the shit you do. It's fine.
I just wanted to tell you.
I appreciate it. One of the few things you can tell me. Just as with
Also, that's why there's so much porn of succubi every time she's in town.
Oh, she's thinking with that big brain here.
I wonder what she thought of the ship.
Oh my god, I have been dying to talk to you about that for so long. Because you did it, and then I was like, oh well. But it looks like her.
To be honest, I just did it because She Devil's Heart. I didn't do any.
Yeah, no. To be fair,
branding.
without like super, it's not the same, but it is of a succubi-esque appearance, and you know, you unknowingly had fucking Francisco mark the ship with her brand, which is quite funny.
But I couldn't tell you that because she told me not to tell anybody, but I've been dying to tell you for so long.
But what does she mean, no copies then? Are they...
All she said was, I don't deal with copies.
Oh. And no, 100%. I've been trying to figure it out. I went snooping earlier, but ended up focusing on some clowns. And then there was the Baron, and I was like, oh, he might still be annoyed with me.
We need to have a look at the performers, the ones that look like the ones we know. Because Charlotte said, and it's been bugging me for ages, she couldn't see Wade where he was.
She said you stole him from her. You didn't give her the opportunity to say goodbye, I believe, was some of the lines. Not quite verbatim, but along those lines. She accused you of basically baiting her out here with no Wade and, to kill her.
We should probably go get the others and return to the circus, if you're absolutely sure we've run out of time.
I think we can spare. I think we've got some time, haven't we?
I'll give you time. I'll give you 5-10 minutes to gather the crew and maybe have a few words if you wish.
That wasn't the time she was sort of referring to.
I don't know why this session is so. I don't know.
Because Josiah's been smart. That's the thing.
He's been really smart. But I imagine eventually, in like 20 minutes, they'll gather the crew and head off to the circus.
Joel.
Yay.
Yes.
Sideswiping over to you. Is there anything you want to out loudly do in the preparations and things as the crew eventually been making their way over to you for performance? After some time, Priscilla will return and obviously start cranking out those medical triages and dealing with the crew once more. And you could probably kind of give her that, I'll give you me. Up to you.
Out of character, I would like to deny everything. In character,
actually, I'm curious as to what you think, because a lot of that come out you didn't know about either. That was all hidden from you on purpose.
Well, there's been a few revelations for me in there as well, but yeah, some stuff that I've totally been.
Yeah, no, because when I'll be honest, it was actually one of the Saturday groups at Tigo. You know the time, Ben, when I locked me and Rose in the side room.
Yeah.
That was when Priscilla made the pact to Rose, because I nabbed her and had a one-on-one convo, which was when Priscilla got a hold of Rose. Nivara. And that was when the pact was made, because I wanted to do it I wanted to do a proper RP, not just over a message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was when it was done. It was done ages ago, and she's kept it.
Yeah. This might have to be. I have been dying to tell everybody since, and it has been eating me up inside. I think you have to be. Maybe this is after session chat.
Oh yeah, no. I just wanted to get an idea of what Joel thought, because obviously, when I said to you, Rose, I hide things from the guest NPCs too. 99% of that, Joel didn't know. He was not aware of another pack. I'm sure he could probably guess it with things, but
Most of it, sure, yeah, but I've definitely been clued into a few things this evening.
And also how Priscilla views you as well, maybe.
And to the question of whether or not I need to prep anything else, I'm almost entirely done with stat blocks for the circus performers.
Nice.
I'm just busy doing our stuntman Death in Chain Braid. I think you're going to enjoy some of his abilities.
But yeah, no, just to reiterate. But no, Priscilla is a succubus of anguish, which is essentially the way it's like a mutation, like a sub-race of succubi that I've made up that is the opposite of a traditional succubus. Whereas a normal succubi is red-skinned, red leathery wings. I imagine Priscilla's true form to be white, ghostly white, with mottled with black freckles and stuff, really, really completely visually different, but still just as beautiful and astonishing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But her true form is pure white.
But yeah, otherwise, preparations-wise, I'm ready to take over with performance if you are.
Yeah. Well, gathering the party aboard the vessel and obviously getting led then down from there to where the show will be taking place on the shoreline. As it gets closer to the evening, and a number of people have gathered.
Yeah.
You've probably got the majority of the outpost here actually ready to view the show, which, considering there is limited seating, it gives you very much a chance to up that price, baby.
I'm assuming nobody else had anything they wanted to do before the circus.
Yes, is there anything else anyone would like to do? I'll give the chance again.
Yeah, popcorn.
No.
Oh no,
Popcorn
Tom
is
doesn't
hardly
know
abundant.
about how the popcorn from the last one outed the most vanilla-ass character in the party and shamed her for Matt's character. Because they broke up, like literally, Nivara and what was her name at the time?
Polar.
Yeah, Josiah and Polar broke up because of your circus.
Oh my god.
Like, because we found out she was the most basic-ass vanilla bitch ever.
Oh, do you know that went like he wanted to do something? He just absolutely read him.
It was funny though. But no, is there anything anyone else would like to do, say to each other a moment before we'll tend the show of a lifetime? Very good. Oh,
I should say as well, like, there is, like, all of the sideshows and stuff outside if anybody wants to go and, like, try their hand with our resident card shark, Long.
Is there a game of chance per se?
There is. Long d'Argent is playing a game of Find the Lady out front. He's making a fair amount of cash doing it.
Yes,
but is somebody going to ruin his day?
Oh, go on. Yeah, because he's sleight of handed it, and then it just didn't work.
It is.
Is this the halfling with the silver tongue? Is that what?
With the actual physical silver tongue? Yes.
Yeah. Like a prosthesis, yeah.
Yeah, Josiah will play a game with him.
Let this play out, Joel. Go for it, bud.
I'm gonna roll behind the scenes, but I am going to be fair about this. Go ahead, give me a perception check to watch his hands, and I do believe you get advantage on this.
He does. Gets advantage now.
Oh
my. Ben.
Wow.
Ben.
1 second.
Ben. You can't beat a card shark, I guess. It's just not written in the coding. Hey, this blessing shit, it didn't work.
I mean, I'm just gonna say the word natural 15 and let you guess what happens. You go in all confident and he just fleeces you twice.
I want to lose. Josiah is asking questions as well, like, you know, sort of small talk, like, oh, what do you do before the circus, stuff like that.
Sure. Yeah. And yeah, he will talk it up. He's clearly got gift of the gab. He spins you a tale. You have no idea whether any of it is honest or not. Because you've been stood listening to him and watching his hands, and he's told, like, 3 different people 3 different stories about his life before the circus, so it's like, one of these is probably real. Some of this is real. I don't know if this person stood in front of me is real. Is this an illusion? Do you want to put your hand on the halfling to see if he's real?
He will use his hell sight, so basically he can detect magic. I'll reread the thing.
Yeah, please.
As an action, extend awareness around you until the end of your next turn. You know the location of creatures within 60 feet using magic to hide or disguise themselves.
Not even a bit of it. In fact, I'm even going to be generous. You can't even detect any kind of illusion or anything around the cards.
You're just bad at cards.
He's just fleecing you. Anybody else want to have a try? Bring it. perception checks.
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, let's see.
Chicken strips.
Okay.
15.
Oh, I'm not even going to tell you what was on the dice, but you also lose.
Oh.
It was
Candies are shit.
it was real good.
I mean, you are playing against someone who is actively cheating. So
It's a card shark.
all you're doing is putting the odds flat.
Yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, you're losing coppers, silver at the most, but still, like, he's showing you up, and you're supposed to be like arcanely good at this shit now.
Yeah. You're so bad at this.
Oh god.
So yeah, unless
Yeah,
anybody else wants to
this is-
see anything else of the circus before we move to the show itself, he pauses, and he moves on.
Very good. We like to hear.
Okay. So, Tank goes completely black to begin with. And this is your third trip to the circus. You're expecting a certain amount of showmanship, but with a certain sense of predictability, and it kind of follows a fairly solid formula. So there's a grand introduction which features all of the performers, a great big wonderful song, also camels for the first time. Don't know exactly where I found them, but they've got like gravel or something in their spit, and it stings. But the whole thing starts with some classic stunt routines from Glitter, Ephirsia, and Death in Chainbraid, which all concludes with Deathin being set on fire. Naturally, the dwarf, he just seems to love it. He takes a bow while he is still on fire. And then Clodgaloot and Pill come out, and Deathin just chases them around for a solid 2 minutes, trying to catch each of them and set them on fire. It's all wonderfully, like, it's clearly very coordinated slapstick, because repeatedly, like, the clowns are tripping over each other. Deathin should have clearly, caught one of them by now, but he, just hilariously falls over at the wrong moment. Eventually, you hear Mr. Dim, the great red ogre, roaring from backstage, and all four of them do a great big sort of Looney Tunes style jump in the air and run backstage. Volstar and Timbershrike, the owlbear and Tamer, come out with Tolos the Wonderful. They do a great joint number in which Tolos casts Fly on Timbershrike and adds wings to the great illusion that gives him the antlers and the wonderful coloration. Who's proficient in animal handling in the group?
I don't think any of you are.
No.
No? Never mind then. They will eventually swap out with Albatross, who is riding on the back of Mr. Dim. So you've got this wonderful sort of blue on red. Albatross expertly leaps from the ogre's shoulders onto a trapeze, and him and Canifer, the fire breather, do an excellent aerial routine. Anybody got a passive perception 16 or higher?
No.
Perception 19.
So I think Vlad's
Yeah.
the only one.
In that case, Vlad, you are going to see Liberty just like on the edge with a popcorn thing like around her neck, half full. She's stopped serving and she is just glaring daggers up at Albatross and Canifer right at this very moment.
Oh dear.
Priscilla steps up. She takes the stage next. She sits. She is naturally wonderful and gorgeous and beautiful, and I adore her. Along with Pill, who again is a surprisingly good singer. Other members of the crew are sort of like coming out onto the stage. So you've got Steinholt, the heavy lifter, Long, who is looking rather pleased with himself. Liberty, Tolos, Glitter and Deathin, Volstar, Timbershrike, Clowns. Everybody comes out for like a grand sort of spinning performance around Priscilla and Pill before intermission. And yeah, Baron Kennedy will sort of do the big announcement. Thank you, everybody. Please top up your popcorn, fill up your drinks. We'll be back in 10-15 minutes before running over to you guys and saying, so, third visit to the circus, how are we all feeling?
At this point, they need to get loyalty cards.
Yeah.
I mean, unless one of them suggests it, they're getting nothing.
Oh, excellent craftsmanship as always.
Thank you. I'm looking for something to replace the boat. It's featuring rather heavily in the second half, and so help me, I can't think of a decent replacement for the prop.
What are you trying to achieve?
Oh, grandiosity! Something unexpected! Nobody expected the boat rising out of the sand the first time we used it, but now people have come to expect it, and it just feels tired and worn out. The trapeze is new. I'm gonna.
Oh, you go.
I was gonna say I'm gonna drop an insight check on the group because I feel like there's a shift in the mood.
Yeah. I'll let you to roll it, but go on, Navarro.
I have proficiency, so that's still gonna be. Yeah, that's still gonna be 20.
Fucking hell. I would say you would probably definitely notice a bit more of a critical eye from Navarro and Josiah, but everyone else, I'd imagine, is perfectly fine because they don't know anything.
I'll let you decide how heavily you're hiding
and
things
Josiah
from
are
me.
very much like squinted eyes, like,
Yeah. Do you guys want to roll anything at all, or?
Yeah, go on, I'll roll.
I've got something if you want to listen.
Go for it.
I've heard rumours and old tales from my days in the chapels of flying ships without actual wings or anything.
Oh yes.
Maybe something like that.
I will take any and all information you can give me after the show. First things first. Sort of like
that's as much as I got.
Yeah, no, that's good.
You're a piece of shit with a ship. Like.
Yes, but no much of this is a flying ship, though.
Flying ship.
In the air.
I was going to propose the Great Maw of a Sea Beast.
Sea Beast?
I wanted to talk to you about maybe some sort of something rising from the waves. This fearful, dreadful monster that could be annihilated by your group in a powerful struggle.
Have you already seen the second half?
No, but I'm looking forward to it.
She's peeked at the sheets when you weren't looking.
And I will walk away, sort of saying, "Well, best get ready for it all," whilst sort of just giving Navarro just a little side eye.
I was going to say, because if I remember right, didn't you say you rolled a 20 on the inside?
I did.
And meets beats with Josiah, so Josiah probably just about slips away, but you although it's only by a point, Navarro just doesn't quite seem comfortable. Maybe it's something to do with yesterday. Maybe she's still not having fun yet. Maybe
feels bad for killing me. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe she's still just recovering mentally from that. Who knows? A lot of things can happen. Time wizards, am I right?
Well, I guess there was a shift when Albatross probably came out and a bit more scrutiny.
Yeah.
Was Canifer there last time?
Yeah.
She was. Okay. I just wanted to double check. We've not noticed any new people. That's what Naya would be looking out for.
Since the last time, I don't believe too. There's a few additions, but nothing. Not like a big piece, no.
Yeah, no named characters added to the performance, I'm afraid.
Thank you.
So yes, second half begins. The boat comes up from under the ground. Tolos sort of brings it up. Liberty is captured by a pirate crew of clowns led by Captain Dim with his favourite hat. The valiant heroes arrive.
And it is a big tricorn blue hat, I might add.
I have it down as a bicorn hat, but yeah, okay. But yes, Albatross, Lang, and Shineholt appear. I'm waving my hands a great deal. You can't see like how much I gesticulate when I'm doing this, but yeah, they all appear as the big heroes. They sort of do a great fight across the shipwreck. It's knife throwing. It's a duel to the death. Shineholt starts pretend wrestling with Captain Dim. Captain Dim almost takes it too far, but Shineholt is mercifully incredibly strong for a human. Albatross goes and frees Liberty, and she immediately melts into Shineholt's arms before they all rush off stage. And then Baron Kennedy Al Fortescue, for legal reasons, Baron is part of the nom de plume and not a claim to lordship, take the stage.
I fucking love that. Every time I hear that, I love it so much. It's so fucking ridiculously, like, unwieldy.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm very proud of it. But yes, I take to the stage, I sing a pretty wonderful song about how great a show it is that I've put on for everyone. It's not the greatest show. Obviously, it's not the greatest show. It would be incredibly arrogant of me to sing a song about how this is the greatest show ever. My God, what an arrogant prick would talk about how great his show was and say it was the greatest show ever.
Really quick, Joel, want to just give a Shrineheart visual description again, just for Ben? Also, can you make me a perception check, bud, while you're doing that?
Oh, me? Okay. Do you mean Shineholt?
Yes.
Yes. If you were to Google Circus Strongman, he literally looks like that. He's got
bold,
like the
weird twiddly mustache.
Twiddly mustache, completely bald, incredibly strong, like wearing a leopard skin, like toga sort of thing. Yeah.
Leopard.
You don't have any kind of
no, the one that
ability
has the one shoulder, not the two one.
Exactly. Yeah, just the one shoulder. Yeah. Do you have any kind of ability to detect magic?
No.
No.
I think Vlad is the only one that does that.
Then you've got no idea whatsoever.
Yeah, Joel, can you quickly, while you continue the opening act, can you make me a perception check, my dear boy?
I was struggling to juggle
I appreciate it.
Description and typing. 17.
All seems good for now. Carry on.
Okay. So yes, I walk off the stage, replaced with Tolos the Wonderful. No perception check required. You can see me glaring at him. He has his solo show where he's creating grand illusions, incredible sensory effects, smells, tactile sensations that tell the tale of his adventures in the deepest jungles. He's not specific about which jungles he's in. Mr. Dim plays a great ape that Tolos heroically bests. Timbershrike stalks him like a terrible predator before he does a great act of playing dead. He's been really working on his play dead. And all the while, like Tolos is making the tent feel warm and humid, and like you can feel like there's buzzing insects around you, and there's shadows passing across the spotlights and things that make everything feel like deepest, darkest jungle. It's all very good, but still, don't tell him after the show, please. And then it all sort of builds into the great grand finale, which is very, very similar in many ways to the introduction, but it's bigger, it's grander, it's longer. There's even more animals that you haven't seen, acts from out front that didn't make it into like the main show at any point. But yes, it's all very grand, and as part of it, Baron Kennedy and Priscilla both sort of rise up on a floating pedestal. I say floating, it just kind of like it's like a, trying to think of the word, like a circular ziggurat almost, just like rising up in place of the boat. Applause, 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 more popcorn.
As you doing this, the party would start to hear like some muffled chatter coming from behind the party. And then in like one quick moment, you hear like a loud wooden snap. And the couple back rows of the bleachers just give way, and it causes the entire like one bleacher row to completely collapse in on itself. The one that the party sat on.
Whoa.
Thankfully, because the party are sat on the very, very front rows, you're safe from the worst of it.
Okay.
The perception check roll is to see if you noticed something not quite right with it.
Yeah, no, I'm getting the perception check thing now. Thank you for that. What was DC on that bitch? Yeah, okay. House lights, medication. Can you guys help at all, please, with some of the other guests? Is this because I said I put the clowns on carpentry duty?
Maybe.
Oh, wow.
No.
Is anyone like seriously gassed or wounded?
I would say no, but there are some serious injuries, but no one's like on death's door. Like you're talking like probably a couple of sprains, fractures, maybe a broken leg here and there. I would say all in all, probably in the group, you've probably got entrapped in the situation, probably about 30 people, including you guys.
Start trying to get people out of the way, those that can move.
I guess his eyes more sort of like trying to organise
things. And those helping make medicine checks.
So here you go. This is what my assistance to it.
Can I look around, please? This feels like a distraction.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh, I think it's cocked. No, it's just settled 12.
Caught up in the chaos, I would imagine you probably don't notice too much. You just notice that, thankfully, the party are beginning to help him with the mass cure wounds as well, Vlad. That goes a long, long way with helping the majority of the more severely wounded. Why did you just send a nat 20 through?
I'm not sure where that happened. I didn't roll that.
What is the Baron doing in this moment?
Covering his ass. I think I'm going to make a huge deal out of how great these guys are, and like, aren't they great big heroes? And
I would actually say,
no refund.
With that big role and with the party's immediate and responsive help, probably good in a sense that it's smoothed over relatively well, because you've got like a band of very experienced adventurers ready to back you up, and people that were in like some serious trouble are, for the most part, unscathed after. It takes a few moments though, and there's a lot of chaos, especially when it comes to like shifting the wood and stuff and getting it cleared.
Yeah, like pulling it out of people's legs as magic is closing up wounds around it.
Otherwise, they're just going to grow around it. It's fine. You'll grow into it.
Horrifying. Yeah, it's fine. You'll like having a permanent splinter. Yeah, so that's me. I'm covering my ass and making sure there are no refunds.
So what is the party doing? In the moments after, like once the majority of the panic is settled, and most of the people that are now hurt are just merely bruises and minor cuts.
I think Josiah was just sort of probably like guiding people like go that way, do this, do that, like kind of thing. And once it's sort of sorted, it'll go side by side the Baron, I guess. And
yeah.
What happened, Baron?
I would love to have an answer for you. Sincerely, I would. But this is... this is quite unprecedented. I've been putting out fires all day today, and I thought of all things, the furniture would be the last thing to let me down. Vlad, just as an FYI, I have messaged you on Discord. No, Vlad.
Ooh.
No worries.
I'm sorry,
Can
2
I-
seconds, I'll have a look.
Yeah, no rush. It's still relevant.
Can I investigate the back of the kind of where it would have broken?
Yeah.
Was there anyone around there? Look at that footsteps or like any tampering.
Make investigation.
Anyone?
It's hard to really tell considering it's now like a pile of broken timber, and obviously a lot of it's been disturbed. And there's been, and in terms of looking for footprints, you got no chance because there was a stampede after. You know what I mean? Of people like moving and running. But you do notice that one of the joints that was supposed to have nails driven into it doesn't have them. Where you was expecting to see that the joint had ripped out or the nail had like broken the wood apart. No, you can see the hole where the nails are meant to go, but the nails are gone.
Okay. So I'll wander over and kind of whisper that. I'll get in between the Baron and Josiah so they can both hear me, and just whisper it so no one else overhears that the nails were missing.
Did you say that was within my earshot?
Yeah,
yours and
deliberately.
Josiah's, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Possible sabotage, but would anybody want to do that? Or is this just your people not knowing how to build properly?
Yeah. I have my suspicions, and I think you know them as well as I.
Which, to be fair, in the background, you can see Priscilla talking to them right now as we speak.
Yep.
Making sure they get dealt with, and she's clearly quizzing them because they were the ones that put stuff together, trying to get an idea of what the fuck.
Yeah.
The room starts to clear out of the majority of the patrons, although, to be fair, it was a sour end to the night. The overall take, and because of the overall take is a relatively positive one. Shocking, I know, but I think if the party wasn't there, it would have been costly. It would have been bad. But the party stepping in as quick as they did, it did save very well, because pretty much I kind of envisioned how many roughly were, quote, moderate to severe wounds, and all with Vlad's mass cure wounds, kind of just like, yep, no, that's sound, because he's literally just healed everybody within that radius. It was just like, yep, sound. Not much more I can do about that.
Can I have a look at the stands for myself as well, just to see what I think?
Investigation.
I've been rolling terrible tonight, so
Today's
find
the day.
out.
Yeah, but you're always one roll away from your next nat 20.
Yep.
All the biggest D&D players quit before their next nat 20.
You were saying? You were saying?
Just keep rolling, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
It's the roll after that.
It's the roll after, yeah, don't worry about it. But no, fortunately, it's too much of a mess, and after Niles already went over there and investigated, it's disturbed even more. You're not going to get anything from it, I'm afraid.
Can I look for Priscilla?
Priscilla is currently roughly the other side talking to the clowns.
Looking at the orb, has my orb filled a little?
Yeah, would have.
Okay.
You were within range.
Yeah. Oh, I'm still looking out. I still feel like this is a distraction. Something's gone wrong.
It's not like an active thing that you have to do. It's passive. So like if there's anything within a certain range, it just looks at him.
Can I check my stuff? Check to see if there's anything missing?
Yeah, check your bags and stuff.
Exactly. I just want to see if something's... That was a big distraction. Was something taken? Something happened? Is there a face in the crowd?
Perception check.
No. That's better. 17.
There are a number are people that are looking at you guys specifically from the crowd, but that's because you guys are talking with the runner of the circus, and obviously you guys are the ones that directly helped and stuff. And you almost get the feeling like there's a few, oh, that's interesting looks from a member of the crowd looking at you guys, almost like, I wonder if that was a part of the show. Thank you, Jacob, as well, while I quickly transition over to the Prime sub button. I love you. Thank you, my dearest cousin. Back over to you, Ruth.
So I can't see anybody looking at us that looks out of the ordinary.
Not in the sense that I think you mean.
I don't know about the other stuff, but okay. Never mind.
The rest of the room clears out of all the patrons. I'd imagine a lot of the crew get work with fixing the mess and seeing what's salvageable. Is there anything anyone wants to do during this time?
If nobody else has anything, after I've yelled loudly about buying timber at nearly midnight, I take a moment with Barnet, and I will say, I've suddenly realised what is different about you, boy. It's the eyes.
Yeah. I changed colour. It's my thing from the Game Master.
Just
got that little boon.
Just to catch up, did you actually like exchange them back in the end?
They've not been replaced.
They've not been replaced.
What it is, the hag is working on getting his original eyes back, which essentially she's now on a hunt for the game maker.
I see. Okay. But yeah, like sort of taking a moment with him is like, there is definitely something different in your bearing. You seem troubled. You seem changed, and I will not pry. But just assure me, please. I would love to see you gain the confidence, the wherewithal you need to make all the deals you wish, and perhaps not to be beholden to some terrible fiendish thing. Perhaps I'm in town for maybe a day or two more before we pack up and make for the next shore, but I'd love to take a moment with you and see what we can do about making you into a real deal breaker.
Oh, okay. I'd like that.
As would I, but I need you, please, to assure me. You'll keep your nerve. You'll hold your will. I need you to be confident. I need you to be strong. Do I have your word?
More passion and more energy.
Yes. Yeah.
Then I will shake on it.
I'll shake his hand.
Good man. Excellent. Well, then that's the circus done for tonight.
Until next time, folks.
And if the party are staying in town while we're packing up the circus, I will gladly, off camera, spend that time with Barnet, sort of teaching him everything I know about the art of the deal.
Fucking A. We love that, don't we? So, party settling down. And before you guys head back to the ship to rest, is there anything you would like to do with any of the circus, the crew, the members? Just giving you.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. Just gonna say, I'm just giving last chances. That's all.
Go on.
Yeah. When I noticed, obviously, the Baron had finished talking to Barnet, and he's by himself, away from prying ears, I'd want to go over to him.
Fair enough. The Baron is very much in demand. It's almost like he's going away.
The celebrity.
This celebrity, just can't handle the fame, can they? Are you alright after what's happened?
It was shaken as ever, but I suppose on some level we've been on tour for quite some time. something like this was bound to happen eventually, right?
So it's not happened before?
Never. But an accident is always due in this place, is it not?
What could be avoided?
I do my best, but I seem to be keeping so many plates in the air that it seems inevitable that one drops every now and again.
Yeah. I'd quickly just have a little scan around to make sure, again, no one's close to me. And then I'd say, why was you staring at Priscilla just right after the accident? Or supposedly accident.
I suppose I was looking to my dearest and most trusted companion for some comfort.
But none was forthcoming, was it?
I suppose she was just concerned for everyone's well-being.
Fair enough. I bid you good night. And
Thank you.
it's a little nod, and I'd slowly walk away. And I'd scan around for where Priscilla is.
I'd imagine probably after dealing with the clowns, she's probably mingling with the last few dregs of people, ushering them out, and obviously trying to give them nice words and stuff, and make them feel better about the evening. See how they thought of it.
I'd just watch her. As you know, as you are walking out, just slowly watch her and see how she's reacting to people and what she's up to. And if everyone's gone before I walk out, it's like which way she would go.
Well, once she's shepherded the people out, she'll kind of turn back and just continue helping deconstruct everything, essentially, because she's one of the crew, innit? She's doing the light work. She's doing the easy stuff. She's not going to get her hands dirty. Wish to approach her?
I'm not going to approach her, just going to watch from a distance as I slowly walk away.
Rose, did I hear like you was going to say something?
Yeah, it doesn't matter now.
Sure.
I think my question's been answered.
Are you
Well,
sure?
they're already deconstructing everything, aren't they?
Slowly, yeah, but I can stop if you.
Yeah. Where did I see the clowns earlier, and on what stage was the stage? Was all this at when I was here?
When you passed them on the ship after they'd hurt themselves.
Yeah, so because they were building it, and then I went to the medical tent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they'd been basically hammering nails into each other. What kind of stage was this place at?
I would probably say the tent was up, and they were probably constructing the inside bits, the bits they use for stage and like blocking things off in the bleachers.
Is there anybody that just doesn't seem that cut up, or seems too cut up? You know, where it's like somebody's making a big deal or not making enough
From
of
the
the deal.
crowd.
Yeah.
The crowd all got healed because of the mass cure wounds. Like everyone was fine.
No, not them. I mean, more so, is there somebody? I don't know. I don't know what I'm asking anymore. Ignore me.
Well, no. Roll an insight check. We'll kind of just gauge your general vibes of the room.
I'm not good at insight.
I know.
That's a 3.
Oh, honey, no.
I know.
You have your suspicions, but there is nothing around the room that really catches you as anything that's affirmation towards those suspicions. You still have them, but you've got nothing to really go with it with.
Confirm or deny.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
Buddy.
Yeah, a roll of the dice, isn't it?
And you fail.
If that's a luck thing, and you said they didn't have to be in games of chance, and that was a chance, it was a rolling a dice.
It's not a game of chance. Don't push
this is a literal game! And that was chance!
No, it's not. It's real fucking life. To Nivara, it's real life, goddammit. You as Rose don't have the buff. Nivara does. Fuck you.
Let's try it.
Thank you. I was going to try it at some point. I knew it was a no, but I thought I had to ask.
Had to happen. Had to happen.
Yeah.
I don't like you no more.
Oh, damn it.
At least for 5 minutes.
Okay.
there are no other things that anyone would like to ask or do, I would say probably be best interest, and to be fair to the Baron as well, if Baron wishes to do anything, probably within the best interest to leave the circus to finish up deconstructing, and maybe they'll start planning on where they go next. You never know, you might see them again down the road.
Oh, who could possibly?
Yeah, just depends on whether I get pestered by either Joel to come back or you guys to find Joel again. It's just like, But,
Hello,
yeah,
put Joel through the ringer
yes,
a little
Liam,
bit.
yes, Liam?
Back.
Huh?
Have Big Kev back, please.
Have Big Kev right
Next
here.
session.
Next session.
We have other shit to do.
I mean, we could, but yeah, other shit get neglected.
Start
Okay.
charging for appearances.
Thank you though for joining us all.
No,
I feel like that
yeah,
was
it's
definitely
really,
wrapping up.
It's really nice to be invited and to be in demand. So yeah, I do appreciate it.
What I'll do then is, as the party leaves for the evening to rest, Circus deconstructs their tent, their structures, and reboards the boat they are currently in possession of, renting, so to speak, through the merchants that they have on board, that they are definitely pulling the earwigs on to pretty much control the ship. We'll leave that session there.
GG, everybody.
And that, my friends, is going to wrap up Chapter 5 with a lovely little bow. As next session
Ooh la la.
will be Episode 1, Chapter 6. Name of that chapter, who knows? But the next session will be, if I check my trusty calendar, will be the 15th of
15th?
March. That is great. Back with these motherfuckers then. Stream in general is tomorrow, where I'm continuing my Fallout London playthrough. Good times, very good. I found out I might be a clone. Who knows? If you're watching on... Thank you. You're watching live. Thank you. And bye.
Thanks,
Farewell.
Joel. Bye.
Beatles.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Thank you.